What's up? How's it going? Welcome to Streaming Saturdays. Sorry I'm a little late. It's a very busy Saturday so far. It's going to be an even busier Sunday, so it's been a challenge to carve out the time to do a stream today. But we're here, and we've got a couple hours to go nail some parent runs, which is exactly what we're going to do. I think the plan for today, just because I don't want to run back-to-back parent runs for the same trainee over and over again, is probably to see if we can get anything done with Taiki. We don't have very good sprint sparks, and she's at sprint A. We also don't have very good dirt sparks, and dragging her up to dirt B would be kind of nice. And she has fairly limited aptitudes elsewhere. We don't have to worry too much about inheriting style sparks that we don't really want, because we could only ever inherit pace as long as we're careful about not inheriting front and late. So I think Taiki's going to work out great, and then she's also going to let us nail some of the missing trophies that we have in the trophy cabinet, because there are a lot of dirt sprint G3s that we have not run yet. So I think that's going to be the plan. Let's go get into it. Let's figure out what kind of deck we want to use for this. We'll take Taiki. As far as legacies go, we know that we want to get dirt to A, and then this is going to be a grandparent. So we would like to take something that's half decent. This Haru isn't horrible. I just really wish we had 2 stamina instead of 1 stamina here, but otherwise these are phenomenal white sparks. This Haru, given that she doesn't have a marker, is probably quite a bit worse. She is. So the dirt half of the inheritance chain is probably going to come from... Right, we have to include sparks from origin legacies. The dirt half of this inheritance chain is probably going to come from our guest borrow. This is the one that we've been using historically. We do get to snip this Mayano off of the inheritance tree if this turns out to be a good parent, which would be quite nice because 3 stam 1 mile is a little underwhelming. Ramp up, Nimble Nav, Triumphant Pulse. This is pretty good. Corner Adept is pretty good. I've really liked using this Ogre, so I think we can probably say that's going to be parent A. And then for parent B, we'd really like to aim for either sprint or mile, and I don't really care which one it comes out as being. So let's take a look at these and see what our options are. We can go by affinity bonus just to simplify the run overall. 1 with 3 mile, not really what we're looking for. 2 power, 2 sprint is not bad. Ignited Spirit Speed Hint is kind of nice. Anybody else in here that's halfway decent? 1 with 3 mile, not really. 1 guts, 2 mile, not really. And then a bunch of Harus that don't even have a good affinity. This auction's like probably our best option. 2 power, 2 sprint is okay, even if the white sparks are fairly underwhelming. So I think we could go with something like that. And then this gives us a 20% chance to hit dirt A, 20% chance to hit sprint A, 20% chance to hit mile A. Those are pretty reasonable odds. As far as decks go, do we have a parent short? We can make this into parent short because we're not doing trainer aptitude test stuff anymore. So let's reset this. We'll call this parent. Let's... How about that? Parent sprint mile. Really? What's my invalid character? We're allowed to say parent. How about parent sprint? And then we'll just know that it's also our mile deck. Kita-san as a borrow for stats is probably fine. Vodka as our SR speed is probably fine. Not a sprint card, but a good mile card. Mile straight, straightaway adept. Straightaway acceleration, given how much we're using Teo for team trials, is pretty good. We could also just straight up bring Tosin Jordan for the straightaway recovery hints. Even if we don't hit Breath of Fresh Air, it would still be nice to have as white sparks with how much we're going to be relying on this card for gold recoveries moving forwards. Our other options are fairly underwhelming. Asian Flash is basically just a late surger parent card. Shinko Windy is like an okay to bad mile card. The Sweep Tosho is more of an ace run because you're getting Charming early there. She doesn't really have amazing hints. I think we're fine to just take Tosin Jordan, maybe pick up Pace Chaser Straights, maybe pick up Breath of Fresh Air / straightaway recovery hints. And then as far as stamina is concerned, we're definitely going to need at least 1 stamina card. We might need 2. we have anybody here who's good for Pace Chaser hints? I don't think so. Tell me about yourself, Rob Roy. Pace Chaser Savvy, Nimble Nav, Straightaway Adept is okay. Sharp Gaze, don't care. Medium Straights, don't care. That's a maybe. Dodo is pretty medium-oriented, if I remember. Maybe not. Her career events are definitely medium-oriented. We don't need killer tunes. Ryan, what does your stamina card do? Mediums, longs? Yeah, that's not really what we're doing. I think Zeno Rob right here is probably fine as a parent card. Also, what's up, Cactus? I will do my best to try and keep you awake. I can make no promises. Power cards for parents, medium card, end closer card, late searcher card, bad card, Umastan, which is interesting, end closer, front runner, bad. I have no idea what you do. Okay for ace runs, okay for fronts, bad, dirt, okay for race bonus, okay for ace runs. It's basically like just King Halo here, which we could do. I do love a good Umastan hint if I can get it. And then for wit cards, I think we just want to bring... Well, you know what? Actually, Arden has really good Pace Chaser hints, too. Pace Chaser Savvy, Pace Chaser Corners. But obviously, we want to try and bring Fine Motion for Nimble Nav, Straightaway Excel, and then any kind of way to make Speedstar cheaper is very nice. The only pink sparks that Taiki can produce are Pace Chaser, so we know for sure that we can just take Pace Chaser hints when we see them. Well, you know, now I'm looking at Tosin Jordan and I'm like, what if we did this? Because Tosin Jordan's hints aren't amazing. Like, they're good, but they're not phenomenal. And then we pick up Pace Chaser Savvy, Pace Chaser Corners out of this. Hesitant Pace Chaser is probably not something we really want, but also just a convenient card for smoothing over training. Maybe. And Taiki has speed growth, which is fine. I think we can try this. I think this is okay for a parent. Getting to 600 stamina might be a little dubious, but let's try it and see how it goes. You disappear for some amount of time. It's because you're in the desert. Hey, that sounds... I don't know if you meant it in like an ominous way, but that sounds very ominous. Alright, Taiki. Let's see what we've got. Make sure to go for a Guts card and then borrow Digital's SSR. It's true. This is like a deck that would work for Digital. But then what was her gold skill? I don't think her gold skill was amazing, so I'm not sure if it's going to be great in a parent run. I don't know. We can fiddle with it. We'll just take Friendship and Energy Management. Thank you. Yeah, I don't need an explanation. Not a bad power training. Thinking briefly about recreating there, but that's much better. You're in an air-conditioned vehicle and not wandering through desert fields. Yeah, but what if your vehicle breaks down? Like, that's where they... Oh, we should have taken skill points there, probably. We need to lock in. I rested between the Matikane video and today. So I've reoriented myself. I have focus. I'm paying attention to the game, but still we should focus up a little bit so that we're not just throwing randomly. This is okay for speed training, but it's not great, and I think I'd rather just preserve energy here. Also, man, that could have been a rest turn, or that could have been a recreation turn as well. What's planned for stream today? We're trying to build a Pace Chaser... Well, we're trying to build a Sprint or Mile Taiki parent that also unlocks a bunch of trophies for us. Is basically what we're aiming for. Ooh, good speed. Ooh, good stamina. I have concerns about my stamina actually getting to 600, so I think I probably take that training. Let's lock that in. Yeah, she has... I mean, I would be okay if this Taiki came out with having dirt hits. It's not, like, my biggest priority, but we don't have we don't have a dirt parent right now. We have like one bad Haru, and that's really not ideal because Haru's affinity with everybody is quite bad. So if this was like a, you know, speed 2, dirt 2 Taiki at the end of the day, I think that would be phenomenal. But point taken, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to be trying to farm like dirt sparks. Because if she comes out to be like sprint and then has a bunch of dirt sparks on her, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this thing? What does this do? Like a fine motion hint. I would really love to like recreate here sometime soon if I could get a bad training. Wonder if Track Blazer would be good for trophy farming. I mean, it probably would be, but I'd rather just farm the trophies now. Friendship me? Because like there's carrots in that trophy chest. It's okay. It's good, but not worth the risk. It's also good, but not worth the risk. Give me another rest. It's okay. It's the worst. It's marginally better. How much do I care about your hints? I think I care about your hints quite a bit. I think I'd love to have Nimble Nav straight away out of Base Chaser Savvy. I'm happy to take that. It's also just more friendship growth. Studious, not really what we're looking for there. Energy is what we're looking for here. We are already at debut. This is all very likely to get cheaper. So let's wait on it. Taiki can only run pace, so we don't have to change up any kind of strategy. Second on debut is fine for a parent run. It's not ideal, but we can fix it. We should fix it as soon as is feasible, though. So that we can farm... That's a good guts, but I want to spend the energy on that guts, man. We should take the hint. Like, it's a parent run. It's not an ace run. We should take the hint, because it could be Nimble Nav. I don't like it. It is Nimble Nav. Let's go! Okay. Have a good one, Jordy. VOD will be up pretty much immediately after we're done with stream, so you'll be able to catch it then. Watch it at your own leisure. Can I have a recreation turn, please? Nope. Nope, definitely not. That's a crazy speed training. Speed wit versus power guts. I'd rather have speed wit. Not good, not good, not good. Incredible. Build all of those friendships. Get a little bit of spirit training out of it. Keep an eye out for races that you have yet to win. Plus 10 energy, please. Also, we need to run our... You know what? We need to run our maiden. Not great. It's an okay stamina, but I'm growing concerned with how many good trainings we've had. I think we need to just go win our maiden race and get it out of the way so that we aren't worrying about it so much. There we go. Okay. Okay. One problem out of the way. Mile corners me. It'll be your morning vid. Yeah, time zones are annoying. And we're an hour later than I would really like to be today, but sometimes there's no helping it. Alright, let's go book in races. Do I need to win any of you? No. I think we've actually won everything that we can win. Oh, we haven't. Schedule fantasy stakes. Good thing we double checked. Can't do that. We've won all of those, and we don't need those. Okay. We just need to nail fantasy stakes, and that's all we can do in junior year. Speed is kind of falling behind, but this puts Art into burst. So let's grab that and assume that we can just fix speed later. Good energy. Not good, not good, extremely good. Good mood. Happy Hoppers gives us hints for Mile Maven. So would I rather see Mile Maven or Nimble Navigator? I think I'd rather see Nimble Navigator because it's more general. So I think we take Team Carrot instead of Happy Hoppers. That's a really good power training. Get some friendship. 9 p.m. and you have to be up at 5. I give you permission to leave the stream because I would do the same thing if it was me. I have to take this whip too. These are good training so far. This is a good run. At least it's going to simplify us hitting our stat thresholds. We're definitely not getting studious even though it's at max hints. I can keep skipping all this. I don't need it. Let's go win the fantasy stakes. It's just a sprint. We should be okay. Especially if there is a corner that starts late race, we'll be off like a shot. It starts fine. We're a pace chaser. Actually, wow, we're far behind. It's not okay. That's a really bad late start. We're a dang late surger right now. Unless there's just a million frontrunners in this race. This may actually be not good. Yeah, this may be really not good. At least she's not blocked. But this is far from ideal. She's gonna hit in a corner, though. No, she's not. She has to be, like, top 4. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're calling it the worst lay start of all time. Thank goodness we're doing more runs than this today. That's disastrous. Taiki, you gotta come out the gate faster than that. So if you're ever playing Uma and you're like, how the hell did my trainee come in 15th place? What happened to that race? Turns out you can just have absolutely disastrous late starts and it destroys your run forever. We'll take Uma stand and buy it immediately. Please, Uma stand, save my life, please. Thank you. We can't train this turn. We are way too low on energy. Jesus. God. That's not an auspicious start to a run. Give me stats for the energy. I don't mind. How greedy are we? We're not that greedy. We'll just take the whip. And then if we see like a burst on whip, that would be fine. If I see focus, I'm putting focus on you. You know, 12% ain't that bad. Nope, it's still bad enough. Okay, this run is cursed. Oh, Jesus. Alright. I don't think we've done anything wrong. I think this is just not a horse that wants to succeed right now. What are we at for spirit training? So 20 spirit training, 0 burst. That's looking like solid medium training option energy to me. Sometimes the run just hates you. At least we've got that out of the way. Alright, team rank to E, start of classic year at least. We'll take 20 energy. I didn't say it's the best run of all time. I said they were good trainings, which they were. The problem is that Taiki doesn't know how to, like, turn her stats into results right now. Show me that you know how to win a race that's not a debut. Good, okay. Okay. She's remembering things. Now, what do we need to run this year? There should be a lot of, like, dirt sprints and dirt miles And probably some turf sprints that are currently missing from the cabinet. So let's see if we can't track those down. You know what? Fix my mood. Just take mood to great so I don't have to recreate anytime soon. Who needs to be run? Queen Cup does. Nothing there. Nothing there. You need to be run. Probably nothing here. Now Arlington Cup needs to be run. Flora Stakes... Wow, we've really never run a G2 Turf Medium. What the heck? It's like half of our runners can do that. We can skip these. We did that. Can't do any of these. Give me the Epsom Cup. This is a fairly busy schedule right now. Give me the Procyon Stakes. We'll run 3 races in a row. It'll be fine. We're done with that. We're done with those. We're done with those. We are done with those. Can't do mediums anyway. Done with those. Done with those. Goal race day. Can't do those, and we're done. Okay. So that's what we've got to do this year. Decent burst on speed. Probably a marginally better training on guts. It gets vodka to burst, it builds fine motion up a bit, and we can still train safely next turn. 2 more hints for straightaway adept probably puts us in range of buying that right now. Should be at 4 now. Yeah, you're cheap enough. Let's take a few skills that might actually help us win races. Rainbow, 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 but none of these trainings are amazing per se, so let's go win the Queen Cup. Do you remember how to race, is the question for me. Show me not late start. Okay, good, so far. Good Umamusume. We're still going to get hit with pace downs here eventually. Unless we hit like straightaway adept early. Or we just stay slightly far enough away to not trigger pace down. Or we just ignore pace down because we're probably through it by now. So this does mean we're going to miss out on our unique. But the unique is fairly track dependent anyway, so it doesn't really matter. She is better now than she was. I think she's remembered how to win races. There's straightaway adept. Sure. She's not really running away with it as much as I would like her to. But I think she's still got it. She's got it. She's got it. She's got it, but it's not inspiring me with confidence. Let's keep working. We always gamble. She overdressed. She do gotta be, like, putting some more clothes on, though. My wife does not like Taiki Shuttle. I don't want to burst on guts. It's a really nice power training. Pretty bad speed training. I'm fine taking this power training. Let's keep working on King Halo's friendship. Let's get fine motion to burst, and then also just stats-wise, everybody's there. It's very efficient. Nice little 10 energy recovery. What are we passing up to run today? Passing up a burst on guts. Okay trainings everywhere else. This is a fine turn to go and race. The goal of this run is to race and become a parent. So we're probably not going to be skipping a lot of races for the sake of good training, because we just need to get to 600 in everything. And even if it doesn't turn into an ace run, and even if it's like... She's slow out the gate, man. Even if it's not like a good ace run, and even if we don't win the finals, the point is that we're knocking out a ton of random G3s that we're probably never going to run again. Oh, you mean she's... Yeah. She's overdressed for the G3s. We can fix that. Here. We'll get her to dress down a bit, so that she's got less main character syndrome. Maybe that was what was throwing her off in earlier races. We're in unique territory here. Whether it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be at a useful time. We should benefit from that acceleration. Yeah. Unless she's blocked? Who did you get blocked? You're not blocked. Just go forwards. There you go. There we go. The fast-moving Biko Pegasus? Nah, it's not that fast. Alright, one more down. Good. We still gamble. We don't have super high hopes for an inheritance event here. It's going to be some stats, but we didn't really bring these parents to, like, give good stats and skills. We brought them because they align with what we want this Taiki to do post-career. Giving up on a good stamina training, giving up on a great wit training. But we race. Let's go knock out a 1600 meter mile. Speed's still kind of low, but I think we expected that when we only brought 2 speed guards. And maybe that's something that we adjust for the next run as well. It's not impossible to run a parent deck with 2 speed cards, but it does make things harder a lot of the time. Taiki Shuttle 期待通りの結果を出せるか1番人気 Taiki Shuttle 4番会長に飛ばして行きます先頭を行ったのは4番続きました12番4番12番 Also noticing we're not hitting Umamusume that much in these lobbies where we don't have many front runners or pace chasers. There's just not a lot of targets around to get it active. Pace down should be ending very soon here. Just don't pass the front runner too early or you're going to miss the opportunity to proc your own. This looks fine so far. Saving it for the exact right time. Now pass. Now ult. No, she's too far up. Yeah, she's too far through the corner. It's okay, it's still going to be good enough. Didn't quite get the timing exactly right, but it's okay. I think we're just outstatting these races now, which is nice. Good. Another 30 carats in my pocket. We get one brief reprieve now, which we're probably going to have to use on our rest. I'll take Speed Star. It's at 257 wit. I'll take Speed Star. That's fairly lucky. Get this out of the way. Gap Closer we probably will not buy because that's sprint and we need to be in the back half of the pack. That's not really anything that this Taiki does. Good. And then we get one more training day until we're into a marathon of races. And then after that, our schedule really frees up. It's a huge stamina training. I think it's hard to say no to it when it puts vodka to burst. So the plan here, because this is going to demolish our energy into summer break, is to take late July and rest. That's going to fix our mood, it's going to give us some energy back, and then we're going to try and train Wit like twice, early August and late August. Giving up a burst, a really nice guts training, but not one we'd ever take. And then a whole bunch of nothing burger trainings to go and run the Epsom Salt Cup. No late start, good. Umamusume, good. A nice buffer between us and the front runner so we don't hit any pace downs. Be a little careful up there. Excuse me, where's everybody else's pace down? There we go. I just want to make sure it's fair. Because there were a lot of other people up there with us. We need to make up some ground here, though. We're not going to hit our well, actually we are. Okay. That's great timing, actually. So there's our catch-up. Just please don't get blocked by aircraft. Good, okay. She picked the right lane. We may still need a straightaway adept here to fully secure this. Everybody around us is pretty fast. No, it's a second. Son of a... That was a devastating pace down. Very, very bad luck on that. Gamble me? That's horrible. So god. Give me skill points out of this so we can buy more stuff at the end. Give me the goal race. She really did say, like, I think it's polite of her to be like, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm too close to the front, I'll just leave, but nobody else left. It's like when you try to set a good example and nobody else has the same level of social empathy that you do. Unity Cup looking okay. You have a bunch of D ranks. I think I'm fine to just run that. What are we at currently? 23 Unity trainings, 1 Spirit Burst. We've done almost nothing. Because weren't we at like 20 and 0 at the end of December last year? Doesn't matter apparently. But we do need to heavily prioritize Spirit trainings here in the back half of this career. At least we knocked out like 4 of the goal races that we still need. And then we're giving up on a 99% chance to fail training, so obviously we'll just be taking a race. Even if we get skin condition here, we can just make it go away with the summer break rest. That will remove a condition from us. And then we're kind of in the clear. We haven't looked at what senior year races we still need to run. But this has at least taken a big chunk of the classic year G2s or G3s off of our calendar. Lucky pace mate? No, devastating pace down. But still, we should be in front of everybody else who's further back. So even though we leapt so far ahead with Umamusume, we're still about where we should be anyway, even after the pace down. And then pace down is ending now, so we can just make up all that ground again. Ideally. In an ideal world, we could do that. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're picking up speed. And then ult me. Good. And then don't get blocked. Good. Okay. Okay. We can still win races. Very nice. Very, very nice. One more trophy into the cabinet. So now we come out of this, we rest, and then we train. Speed, specifically. I mean, I still think Umastan is good, even if I don't fully understand how it works all the time. Well, you know what? That's an okay bit. Hey, Grunster, what's up? How's it going? I don't really want to burst on power. I think our power is going to be fine. I think we need to burst on speed. But on this turn specifically, I think we just take another rest and we fix our mood again. They're calling it the worst summer break of all time. Especially with that, though. Dude, Arden's event has a knack for showing up at the absolute worst time possible. Have we had glitched robot voice yet? No, it should be in about 15 minutes. Would be my guess. I haven't seen it in in one of the recorded videos in like a week. So I really don't have any idea why it's showing up in the stream specifically. My audio settings are mirrored exactly between stream setup and recording setup. So I really don't know what's causing it at this point. Am I excited for Track Blazer in a few weeks? I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to learn a new scenario. I'm excited to get a hint from Fine Motion. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have heard lots of things that other people on the internet have said about it, and I believe none of it, and I'm looking forward to finding out what's actually true and what's just internet hyperbole. Which is always a fun process. It's a crazy wit training. Our speed is disastrous, but... well... such a good wit training, though. It puts Matikane to burst. I think I have to take it, even though I'm super concerned about speed. Every burst after this needs to go to speed. We already have straightaway adept, so we don't need to think about taking bottom. Show me bursts on speed. Ooh, very good. Thank you. Yeah, the deck building is going to be really interesting. Like, my deck building didn't change much between Unity Cup and Yore Finale. But I think Mant is really going... like, Trackblazer is going to do two things. One, it's going to force you about different stat priorities on your support cards, which is good, because I think people, like, fall into a trap of getting stuck in heuristics sometimes. But at the same time, I also don't think that Manta is going to be like a 100% oh, you must have race bonus or you simply pass away scenario. Like, even if you run 30 races in Mant, even if you run 35 races in Mant, there are still 72 turns in a career, something like that. 24, 48, 75. There's 75 turns in a career. So even if you run 30 races, that's still only half your turns. You're still training on the other half of those turns, which means you still need stuff like specialty priority and mood effect and training effectiveness and all this kind of stuff that isn't race bonus. So I'm looking forward to finding out exactly where the middle ground is and what cards you can get away with running that like aren't great but do have race bonus, and what cards you can get away with running that are good but don't have race bonus. I think that's going to be an interesting process to try and solve. We will be doing a lot of deck testing when Trackblazer comes out. Mile C for Rice. I can just switch you and Vodka 1-to-1. Yeah, the parent training is going to go crazy in Trackblazer unless when Trackblazer comes out, Glitch story at 42 already? Okay. At least it's going to go away. So if you're joining stream for the first time, I have a persistent audio issue with OBS that glitches audio for 2 minutes about 1 hour into a recording. It will go away, but you can just mute volume for 2 minutes and then come back. Because it is very annoying every time I have to hear it on my end. Yeah, it'll clear up in like 2 minutes. I'm surprised it's this early today. But it'll go away soon. Actually, is it just in the game audio or is it in the music as well? Is the music also glitching or is it game only? I would be curious to know. We'll take speed here. Let's take the spirit training option. Bushel of carrots is good. Just the game audio. What the heck? What the heck? I really do not understand this problem then. Because the last time it's a good wit. The last time oh, we need to check races! We need to check races. I briefly forgot what I was doing. The last time I had that audio issue, it was everywhere. Like, everything would glitch out. I was trying streaming playlists off of YouTube, that would glitch out, Fubar was glitching out, everything would have the audio glitch. So it's interesting that now it's not Fubar and it's only the game. It helps me narrow down the possibilities of what it could potentially be. Yeah, I can mute voice lines for like 2 minutes. I'll go do that in just a second. As soon as we're done scheduling races. Let's get 2 in. Bayo show we can't run. We don't know how to do mediums right now. We should be done with everything during summer break. Yeah, okay, we're done with no, this is still a summer break turn. Okay, we're done with everything in summer break. That's great. That means that we can just train all the way through summer break now on every subsequent run. We've done all of you. We've probably done all of you. We've definitely done all of you. Yeah. You're a goal race. We've done all of you. And we've done all of you. This is the only G3 that's left to run in senior year that Taiki can do anyway. Oh, right. Mute voice lines. There we go. We'll turn it on again after we finish the Kyoto stakes. It should be cleared up by then. None of these trainings look great, so let's just preserve energy. Let's get curvature. Let's go run the last G3 that we need. I haven't done one of the event races at the end of the year for the event. No. So I've done all of the event races. The 2 races that still have the clipboard on them are for the training the trainer mission. I still need to win the Tokyo Daishoten, which is a medium dirt race, and I still need to win the Teo Show, which is a medium dirt race. We have tried to win the Tokyo Daishoten 4 times on El Condor Pasa. She has lost every single time. And she cannot run the Teo Show because the Teo Show conflicts with the Takarazuka Kinan, which is a goal race for her. So the only way that I can actually win the Teo Show is by making a medium Taiki Shuttle right now. And making a medium Taiki Shuttle is not really conducive to trying to make a parent, unless I was trying to make a medium Taiki Shuttle parent specifically. Which, like, there's reasons that I might want to do it, but I don't really want to do it at the same time. Yeah, Elle has had severe not locking in syndrome. I mean, we've had good runs with her. It's just that race specifically is her kryptonite right now. All right, game audio back to normal. We'll go turn game voices back on them. Nice to get the audio glitch out of the way early. It's still really interesting that it's specifically Uma and nothing else, because that means it might be some kind of issue in the game setup. Maybe it's because I'm playing on, like, bordered full screen or something like that. There we go. Okay, so now this is just a normal run. We can just take good trainings, because we don't have anything else that we're really worried about. Give me the one with spirit training, because it's going to put 2 people to burst. We could also try and run G1s, actually, because this is supposed to be a parent run. So what would those be? It would be the Takamatsu no Maya today. Didn't mean to press run, but I guess we'll go and do it. I was just going to schedule it so I could look at the schedule, but nevertheless, for sure. Sure, that's fine. Look at our inspiration. Yeah, Taiki's special event, or her hidden event or whatever, is probably one of the better hidden events in the game. It's a great source of head-on, and it's also just a huge amount of stats, if I remember correctly. But at the same time, I think we're looking for, like, U specifically. Just as an extra G1. And then, like, no, not U. U specifically is an extra G1. But at the same time, it's a really disruptive special event to trying to do, like, parent farming for Taiki. I don't need to burst on stamina right now. That's a good stamina training, but I don't need it. I also don't really want it. Well, it's a fine power, I guess. It's 2 spirit trainings on it for people who haven't burst yet. We can take that. We definitely need the speed right now. We definitely need the speed right now. I don't really want to burst on power. It's also an okay wit. It should probably be the speed, though. What do our next couple trainings look like? You know what? Let's save energy. We save energy. This is a non-goal race, which means that it is going to cost us a little bit of energy to do, and then we can train late May, run Yasudakina in early June, and then we can rest late June and go into summer break and hopefully get good speed trainings there. Giving up on an okay whip burst, but again, this is a race that we still need a trophy, so we'll be doing that. Late start? How bad is it, though? Early adept? You know what? It's not that bad at all. Holy shit, she's gone. So this is going to be a nasty pace down, but even after it ends, we're still going to be in second by a decent margin. This could potentially be a second nasty pace down. It's not that bad. Okay, and now pace down is ending. Okay, we're good. We have unique potential here, even. She's going to be too far ahead. It did. It was a very bad pace down, but she was so far ahead by that point that it didn't really matter. This is a fast Fujikaseki. No, we're faster. We're good. Alright, good trophy haul. Good trophy haul. I think that's like half of our remaining G2s and G3s that we got down this race, or this career. So that frees us up quite a bit. This is going to be a training. We'll do our goal race. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to be seeing right now. Take that, and then we'll do a full rest late June. Ace Chase for corners is good. This is still a parent run at the end of the day. She is big. She's got the stature for sure. I do like a runner that can just bulldoze their way through the field. Alright, give me one quick rest. Plus 50's fine. We have 2 wit cards in the deck, so we should be able to take care of our energy that way. Unity Cup team is looking okay, considering that we've done like 8 extra goal races or something like that. Close to Gold Chip? I think Gold Chip is taller, but Taiki has like more... She has higher volume. If you poured water into her, she would hold more water than Gold Chip does. Gold Chip's kind of got like that long, thin build. Taiki's like stout. It's pretty good. I mean, I would much rather have a good speed training, but... Actually, we might need to train stamina a few more times. We're only at like 460 right now. If I see another rainbow stamina, I'll probably take it. I'll definitely take it. I think that's better than that speed training, just to get it to 600. Might burst? Well, I don't need to burst on it. Or do I? I think if I do this burst, I never have to look at it for the rest of the run. We're gonna get like 70 from the end of the career or so. So this way I just don't have to think about it anymore, and then I also don't have to train power, and I can just do other things with my time. That's when you eat your hamburger. She's eaten like 4 hamburgers this run so far. Which is like... That's mood. That's aura. Pretty good speed training, all things considered. Let's Shinko Windy to burst. Gut training? I'm not training. Oh, you mean gut training, not guts training. I'm with you. I follow. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Me when I trained gut. Good. So how do we feel about this deck? The biggest question that I had is whether we should be doing Mejiro Arden or Tosin Jordan. And I think running Arden has been fine. Our speed is definitely a little questionable here. God, do I risk an 18? I want to. Because it's a really nice training. Yeah, I'll risk it. It's fine. It's whatever. Let it ride? I shoulda. I shoulda, but I got too greedy. So just give me the full rest then. I think that's a good enough 18% that I would take that most of the time. That's like a 60 stat training for an 18% fail. I think that's always a risk worth taking. Oh my god. Okay. There have been some ups and downs here for sure. I don't think this Taiki has been fully locked in though. Yeah, I think it's correct to take that 18% most of the time. But you can't win them all. Okay. Would I rather have 10 speed or 10 wit? I think I'd obviously rather have 10 speed. 3 consecutive races? That's fine. Even if we get hit with a mood down, the run's almost over. And we're a lock to get to 600 on all of our 3 core stats. Okay. We get 1 training day that we could also recreate. if we wanted to. We won't be. We'll just be taking a double rainbow speed. That's going to be our best shot at actually getting through the URA finale races. I don't know how you became this strong, but I'm fine with it. How many times have we? Like, we did 62 Unity trainings this round? When? When did that happen? We've run like 25 races. We may actually beat Zenith. We may almost beat Zenith. Alright, so we're not going to get No Stopping Me, but we do have Nimble Nav at least, so we can buy it. We can buy it, we just don't get the 40% conversion rate into a White Spark. We get like the 10% conversion rate, but that's okay. I don't love that. I would like to use up that burst, but not when it does this to my energy, so let's just take a Wit. This is also going to put us at 600 Wit. We could potentially get like a 2-star or 3-star Wit Spark out of this. Which, honestly, like, I'm not saying that I'd rather have a Wit Spark than like a Power Spark. Obviously, Power Sparks are going to be better, but I don't think a Wit Spark is that bad. Like, how often are you capping Wit? Almost never, unless it's like a sprinter. And then how often do you want to have Wit? Like, pretty often, man. Everybody wants at least 600 Wit, and then if you're like Christmas Ogre or a front runner or something like that, you want more. You want like 900. So I think Wit Sparks are okay. Good. We also don't have to deal with Zenith in the finals, which means we probably just win the finals. This is a fairly strong Taiki. I don't really have to gamble on any of these, honestly. None of those stats make a huge difference. So let's just take the safe option. And then let's go win the finals. The ones you really like are the Unity Cup Sparks. They appear once in a blue moon. I mean, that's what really brought me around to it, is the common wisdom on URA versus Unity Cup is that the URA Finale Spark is better, because speed and stamina are better stats. But then when you ask somebody how good a 3-star blue Spark is, they're like, ugh, they're disgusting. I would never use that. And then when you ask somebody how good a Power Spark is, they're like, whoa, Power Sparks are like the best Spark, you must have them. So then you show them the difference between the URA Finale White Spark and the Unity Cup White Spark. And it's like, obviously the Unity Cup Spark looks a lot better. It's like, so why are we doing our parent runs on URA Finale? Give me Speed Star, we want to be a Pace Chaser. Give me Mile Maven, we want to be a Pace Chaser on Miles. Smile straight, smile corners. I would like to find a way to buy changing gears, actually. Well, would I? No, maybe not, actually. I think we go Pace Chaser Savvy, Pace Chaser Corners, Mile Corners, Mile Straights, Mile Maven because it's cheap, Speed Star because it's cheap, Nimble Nav, Curvature, and then like that's it. 34 isn't that bad. I think this looks okay. I think I'm fine with this. It's annoying missing out on changing gears, but I don't think changing gears is like phenomenal. Yeah, I think these are okay. It does just depend on what the trainee needs, yeah. B+. 1 Guts, 1 Pace Chaser. Yeah, that's about what I would expect. Alright, let's run it back. That was not the destined run anyway. Not with the way it started. We go again. Actually, what are we looking like for trophy room? We need to win one more G2. We need to win the Flora Stakes. which is a 2000 medium. So we're not going to be doing that this time. The G3s, 1200 turf sprint, we can do that. 1800 mile, we can do that. There might be like some goal conflicts here, but most of these we should be able to do. In fact, all of these I think we can do. Yeah, all of these we should be able to get as long as we don't have goal conflicts. So let's run it back. So how did we feel about the deck in the end? Let's go look. What did I think about this? I don't think Umastan is negotiable. I think King Halo is fine. I think Umastan is a white spark that we're always very, very happy to see. I think, given that Taiki can only ever turn into Pace Chaser style aptitudes, Fine Motion makes perfect sense. I think Vodka is mostly necessary for the sake of stats. Like, our speed was a problem for most of that run, so I don't think we can use a card that's worse than Vodka. But what we could do is we could drop Arden for a third speed card. Are you allowed to share your deck for medium late surgers as you're using as free to play? Yeah, sure, go for it. How influential was Rob Roy? I think Rob Roy was necessary for hitting stamina cap. She wasn't super influential in terms of hints, but I think we need a stamina card there to get to 600. And I really don't like using Rico as a stamina card because she doesn't give any hints except for straightaway acceleration. So the other options would be these. And I don't think any of these are great. I guess we could use Tosin Jordan's stamina card if we're not going to use her speed card. And then we get Pace Chaser straights out of that, which is pretty good. We get Ramp Up out of that, which is pretty good. So that's also another possibility. I really don't want to use Mayano. I don't want to use Cafe because Cafe is covered in longs. I don't want to use Raishao or McQueen. I don't want to use Saiyan. I don't want to use Tamamo. So there's really only like 2 stamina cards that are worth using. And we could drop stamina completely, but then we'd have to burst on stamina super aggressively, and I don't really want to do that. You're already getting pulled in like 2 or 3 different directions when you're doing a parent run because you're chasing like random hints, you're chasing friendships, you're chasing like, you know, spirit training, stuff like that. I think we can try this though. I think we can do that, and that should be more or less like the exact same outcome. And then the other question is this. Is whether we want to run a speed card where Teo is like really bad on the hints front, but we do like getting Rushing Gale to make straightaway acceleration cheaper because we're going to be buying that for most of our team trials runners until we have a better gold skill to chase. We could put Shinko Windy in for prepared to pass. We could put Shinko Windy in for shifting gears. And those are like, they're okay. So the question is whether Shinko Windy would be better than Arden, who's giving us Pace Chaser Savvy, Pace Chaser Corners. But then we get Pace Chaser Corners from Tosin Jordan. No, we get Pace Chaser Straights from Tosin Jordan. I mean, I still think that's fine. I could borrow Fuku SSR. Yeah, but then I'm giving up on Professor of Curvature and Focus, which I really like getting out of Kita-san. I know we didn't see either of those last run, but, like, Fuku's skills are not good. I'm down to try it. Let's have you be Shinko Windy instead. Let's see how this goes. Borrow the inevitable Professor of Curvature. It's more for focus, honestly. This is like a revelation that I had in the last week. Also, I'm just now noticing the webcam is a little bigger than I want it to be. There we go. It's a revelation that I just had in like the last week, but you get bonus points in team trials for a good start. which means that in addition to focus just being a skill that activates, it also makes you more likely to hit the good start bonus, and it's cheap. Focus is not an expensive skill. So I think focus, like, it triple dips on skills that are good in team trials, and I think I'm going to start trying to run focus on every single team trial runner that I have. Oh, it's common for your late searcher build. Got it. I wasn't super sure. That makes sense though. We'll go for speed. Let's get fine motion online as soon as possible. I do not want to trade 5 energy for 30 skill points. Thank you, though. Yeah, I could have just run Tosin Jordan speed, but I don't know. This is actually kind of interesting. Nimble nav good, straightaway acceleration good. I don't mind taking a hint from fine motion here. We also just get more friendship growth from it. Outer post proficiency. Not exactly what I was looking for, but... Race bonus could be useful. Race bonus could be a little useful for parent runs. Also, I think this is a recreate turn 4, sure. Because you do tend to run more races. I still don't think that Marvelous Sunday's power card is good. Like, at all. I don't even know how it's going to be good in Make a New Track. Like, none of the stats appeal to me except for the fact that it has race bonus. It's like the friendship bonus is bad, the specialty priority is bad, the mood effect is bad, the training effectiveness is bad. Everything just looks very underwhelming. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. This is just fine for energy preservation on wit. I could be compelled to gamble on mood here. We have a lot of mood ups in the deck. We do have a lot of mood ups in the deck. You know what? That works out for me. 2 and 1. I really don't want to take Guts Training at 10% failure. Let's just manage energy with Wit. Hope we get a better training later. I would call that a better training, and then we can just rest. There's a free-to-play race bonus stake that just has Sunday hints. Yeah, I mean, that's been my impression of it, but when I'm looking at, like, when I'm looking at a Trackblazer deck and I'm like, what race bonus cards can I cut for the sake of... It's a wit training, it's worth it. What cards could I cut for the sake of, like, having a little less race bonus, but using, like, a good card? She's usually... I can't take that. I can't... Surely you can't take that. Or could you take that, though? You could... What if you could take that? Let's go. Okay. Alright, okay. That's a crazy power training. Shifting gears hint. That's sick. You know what? We might buy that now. Give me that. I'll buy anything at 3 or up right now just so I win the races. Yeah, that was an insane training. Okay, good. Never punished? I don't know about never punished. I think you might want to rewind the stream like 50 minutes and see about that. So we lost 2 sub 20% trainings in the last run. In fact, every training that we gambled on above 5% we lost in the last run. You know, Unyielding Spirit is fine. Give me a hint for that. It's okay. It's not amazing. Pretty bad training. Okay training, but nothing that's worth 65% to fail. I'm okay just getting plus 30 energy back. We got extremely greedy on that power training, and it paid off, so... And then we just get to take a good wit. This might even put Fine Motion to gold. Nimble Navigator hint. Okay. It did put fine motion to gold. Holy cow. Alright, we also need to go find the fantasy stakes. I believe that was the one we were still missing. Is this true? Where did you go? There you are. So that's one of them. It's also just a good wit training. We take that. Puts vodka to burst. Puts vodka to gold. Another free mood up. It's okay. It's also okay. This has a Tosin Jordan hint associated with it. And we do care about this. And that's about it. I guess we sort of care about stamina to spare, but like not really. I can still take this though for the sake of getting a hint out of it. Medium straightaways, we're not going to use it, but that's okay. Would love to get plus 10 energy right now. It's okay. It's also okay. It's also just okay. It's not as good. Let's take a Rainbow Speed. Rainbow Speed. Etsuka's there for a little extra speed. Builds Haru's Spirit Training. It's fine. We still have enough energy to train for next turn, too. We'll continue to be Team Carrot. We just missed the guaranteed mood up in late September, so I no longer feel compelled to gamble on that event. I'll just take a free 10 wit. If it had been one turn earlier, no question we gamble on it, because even if we lose, it just fixes itself next turn anyway. But we're not doing that this time. Mile corners me? Corners me. Okay. It's a decent power training. So marginally better guts training for friendship growth, but this has spirit training associated with it. So we'll go ahead and take that. We'll run fantasy stakes, we'll rest, and then we can do the JF, and then we can do whatever we want late December. What are my stats looking like right now? 281, 203. I wouldn't mind having stamina. We're also running 3 speed cards now, so we really don't need to worry about speed as much at all. Alright. Let's see if we can not late start disastrously this time like we did last run. That's a better start already. Off go the fronts. I'm missing the stand already. Wait, were those 3 pace chasers instead? What are they doing all the way back down by us already? We're in good shape. We're actually in really good shape if we ult here. No ult? That's fine. That's okay. I think we still just run away with this one. Yeah, we're good. +1 trophy. Good stuff. +1 trophy. Now we definitely rest. What are we missing out on? Single rainbow, that's okay. +70 would be huge here. +50 is okay. Oh my god, she hates it here. This is early December. I'd really like to race this turn because there's a G1. That's a good power training though. Nah, it's a parent run. We should just take the race. Good. And then we can, like, wit on the last turn. We definitely gamble on that. Slow metabolism's okay. I think we can get rid of it. In fact, check this out. Show me praying at the shrine. It's literally that easy. Umamusume is such an easy game. Oh, man. This team looks fine. We're at 13-0. That's a middle option if I've ever seen one. Give me middle. Okay, good. We need to, like, spirit train, though. 13-0 bursts is really bad for end of the first year. Simply never punish. Just make good decisions for it. Just win the coin flip every time. Okay. And then after this, we need to book in our G3s that we still need to run. At least there will be fewer of them. We should also book in all the G1s we want to run. I'm okay with taking wit and skill points here because we're gonna get speed and stamina to 600. So we can afford to take wit. No G3s. No G3s that we need to win. Flower cup, book it in. Yeah, you believe this run won't have 1-star guts? Get ready for 2-star guts. Get ready for 3... No, we're not going to have guts to 600 or more. We'll run the Oka show as a G1. The NHK Mile Cup's already a goal race. We could run... Oh, we didn't win the Epsom Cup. That's right. Yeah, we'll have to schedule that too. For Scion Stakes, we're done with, though, so we don't have to worry about you anymore. Well, there is still a G3 in here. Okay, this is the last summer break race that we need to win then. And then everything else we should be done with. Let's double check to make sure. But this should be the last time we have to check for G3s in Classic Year. G3 dirts and miles and sprints anyway. There's a few mediums that we still need to do. No, 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 no. We've done all of those. We should have done all of these, yeah. We do need to do somebody who doesn't run the Mile Championship late November. So that is going to be an El Condor Passat task. But we can't do that in this career. And then that is the rest of them. Okay. Done. Back to normal training. This is just good for spirit training, and we know that we are extremely deficient on it right now. So let's pop that in. Don't really like anything going on here. Tosin Jordan Hint is okay, and it's better friendship training. This is better energy preservation, and it also builds King Halo. We don't care about the hint, though. I think I'd still rather conserve energy. Shout out to the Nikkei show being Maruzen's goal race. Maybe she just likes going there. Not good enough. Not good enough. It's a fine with training. Team rank D. Plus 10 energy, please. Thank you. 2 spirit bursts, 1 spirit burst, 1 spirit burst, but good friendship growth and a core stat. We can take that. Wait, that was the... No, it's this turn. Okay. I thought we skipped a goal race. I panicked. Or a non-goal race. But we're good. It's this turn. Okay speed training, okay stam, okay power, okay guts, okay wit. All 5 of those trainings are just okay. But let's go knock out a G3 that we haven't won yet. Get some free carrots out of the deal. As long as we don't late start and we don't hit a okay. As long as we don't hit a catastrophic pace down, we should be fine. I would really love to see a hint for focus and then just buy it, man. Please be careful about pace down. Alright, thank you. A few more seconds, and then you can go as fast as you want. Actually, that might carry you over into just skipping pace down mode completely. I think it did. I think that works great, actually. Speaking of Marizensky, wait until we pass her. What about her? Old ass. Alt here would be great, by the way. No, it's not gonna happen. Too far ahead. That's Marizensky hitting her alt at a good time, though. That's a little scary. That's okay. She couldn't quite get there. Stam Suzuka's nice for getting the gold version of Focus. Yeah, that's a decent Team Trials card, honestly. There's a lot of cards that I miss having from, like, older events. Like, Wit Bourbon as well, for taking the lead. Really wish that we had that. Minus 20 energies, okay. That's also one more trophy down. Oh, focus it. You know what? Sure, I'll take that. Marizensky did do well, she just didn't do enough. You don't remember if concentration does anything? Concentration does everything as far as Team Trials is concerned. It's a parent run. We should do the Oka show, but that is a great speed training. Yeah, Team Trials, exactly what Mumu said. In Team Trials, it is a cheap gold skill that gives you extra points for a fast start. It does 3 things for you, and all of them are good. I think there's a strong case to be made for concentration being the single best gold skill in Team Trials, period. No matter if you're a front runner or not. Like, I would put it on an end closer, because an end closer still gets the benefit of the fast start. Not good, not good, not good, not good, quite good. Anything else in here to buy? Hey, we know that changing gears isn't actually going to get any more expensive, so let's just buy it. Anything else in here? No. I think I'm okay to just put points into that now. Okay. Buy a nose. Doesn't matter, still one. You have to try it and see how it affects your score ranges. I'm trying it on my friend's quote-unquote account. My good friend who also plays a lot of Umamusume, who I know really well. They're trying it on their account, and they recently hit top 1000 this month in their team trial score. They're like 711k. So their argument is that it seems really good. Also, I think I have to take this burst on stamina, because stamina is going to be our lowest stat here for a while. It is going to wreak havoc on our race schedule for the rest of the season, but we need to bring our stamina up a little. The most annoying part of fitting it on literally every runner is making room for Suzuka's stamina card specifically, because that's not really a card that you want to run a lot of the time. But I've been experimenting with replacing Rico with it on sprinters and milers, because I've been using Rico on sprints as well, just to smooth over like energy management and stuff like that. And it works fine, but the point solve from concentration is really, really big. Well, not really, really big. I would say it's meaningful. Let's say that. It's a meaningful amount of points that you get out of focus. We're lucky pace this run. So there's that. Yeah, I think a lot of the free-to-play cards are better than people give them credit for. Just because I think a lot of the Uma fan community is like... I don't want to say brain-rotted, because that's like meaner than I intend it to be, but I think a lot of the Uma community thinks about good cards in terms of being very black and white. Where it's like there's a small list in their head that exists for what like a good card is, and if it's not a card in that short list, then like obviously it must be a bad card, when I don't think that's true in a lot of cases. Because the best card that you have in your library is your best card. It doesn't matter if like Max Limit Break, friggin' like Super Creek is the best stamina card that's available. If you don't have Creek, then your best stamina card might be like Meisho Dodo's free event card, or Suzuka's free event card. You're playing the account that's in front of you, not somebody else's account that hypothetically has like every card available in the game. So you gotta do stuff that works for you sometimes. Also, that's 5 lengths, by the way. Massive win. -5 energy, massive gamble. It's actually so good that I can take the raw stats out of this event, which I really like doing. And then we have Goal Race, Unicorn Stakes, and then we have Radio Nikkei. Good. This is going very well so far. Just FYI. Unity Cup round is looking okay. It's looking fine. Holy shit. Maybe not as good as I thought. 24-1? Yeah, we'll be taking middle option again, thank you. There was also... Let me go grab this from my club. There was a really good guide that one of our club members stuck into our videos and guides channel a day or two ago that is fairly relevant for talking about team trials. The link is in chat. And one of the things they said in that guide is that they think that the Narita Bryan speed card from Club Points is like the best Club Point card, which is not an opinion that I was familiar with. I think that card is like okay at best, but not anything special. But apparently the people who wrote that guide, which includes people like Neb, who are like consistent top 10 team trials leaderboard players overall, think that it's actually a pretty good card. Anyway, there's a ton of information in that Google Doc if you guys want to think more about team trials. But I would be, if you want to improve your team trial score in a semi-competitive way, not like a super sweaty way, but a semi-competitive way, there's a ton of information in that Google Doc. Uma stand, good. Offset our rushed, or our late start. Yeah, I'm fairly club point poor on this account as well. We're gonna be waiting a while for that, especially because I'm trying to save up club points for that anniversary shop coming up. Because I think there's going to be some good stuff in there. But if you have club points to spend, either because you're in a good club, or you've played for a while, or you got lucky with a parent horse, you might have the spares to spend. That's an incredible time for changing gears to trigger. We're again going to be in front too early for shooting for victory to trigger, but it's alright. We'll make do. We're a little afraid of Marazinski's unique here, but it shouldn't be that bad. Or it might just not go off. I'm fine with that too. Yeah, I think saving for the anniversary event right now is correct. There's really good stuff in that shop. Shatterproof feels like it's the skill of old time. I think it's more that, like, the Brian card has, like, medium and long hints on it, and they're all pretty good. Like, the hints that that card gives are actually very nice. Alright, we obviously rest here. And then we wit. It's not a great wit. I think we just rest again in that case. We'll take power. I don't really love that. It's an okay guts. It's an okay power. I don't mind taking this guts to just put Tosin Jordan to gold. It's also 3 spirit trainings. Again, that is one of the summer breaks of all time, but with the race schedule going into it, there's not really a lot that we can do to change how that's going to work out. Prepared to pass as a hint we're going to get from Fine Motion already, so we'll just take 10 power and 15 skill points. Plus 2 speed gives it a higher ceiling than Kitasan. That's true. I think I am definitely guilty of... Also, we should book our fall G1s. I think I'm definitely guilty of underestimating just how good plus stat attributes are on a card. Stuff like, you know, +1 speed, +1 power is actually really effective a lot of the time because it works anywhere. Especially stuff like, you know, power, where 3 different stats train power. If you've got a card that's +1 power or +2 power and you train speed, power, or guts, you're getting bonus power out of it, which is nice. Single rainbow speed, burst stamina, double spirit training wit versus run a G1. Give me the G1. The plan is to be a parent. Good. We don't really have the luxury to think about that kind of stuff on this account because we just don't have amazing card selection, but I think that's a stat that a lot of people sleep on when they're evaluating what a good support card is. This is also probably just a rest. Plus 30 is fine, we'll live. It's almost the end of the year. Holy cow. Give me that training. 2 spirit trainings, Shinko Windy to gold, double rainbow. And then we're into our fall G1 schedule, approaching our winter G1 schedule. I would love to gamble on ramp up hints at this point. 1 is fine. So knock our G1 slate out. Good. Just throw Sweep Tosha to MLB and get more free skill points. That's true. I hadn't thought about that. Man, you know what? I would be curious to get your guys' opinion on what our next poll on this account should be. So, what I was thinking... Can we try Power Sunday? Yeah, we can try Power Sunday. We'll try Power Sunday next run. I need to level that up for Mant anyway. I would be curious to see what you guys think about pulling on Fine Motion versus pulling on Narita Top Road, though. With that banner coming up fairly soon. My thinking was that a lot of what I've read about Mant / Trackblazer is that you want to have either Narita Top Road, whatever, or Matikane's SSR Speed card. And since we didn't get Matikane's SSR Speed, I was assuming that that meant we were going to need to get our hands on Admire Vega at a minimum, or Narita Top Road. But I'm also, like, not sure if that's true or not. So I would be curious to see what you guys think between whether we should go for the Fine Motion banner to get Fine Motion to max limit break, because that's a card we will use every run. Like, basically every run, whether we're a Pace Chaser or not. Or whether we should aim for something like Admire Vega's Guts card and Narita Top Road so that we have a slightly easier time in Trackblazer specifically. Because I'm kind of split on it right now. And I think it's unlikely that we'll be able to do both. I think that would stretch our carrots pretty far. I think I did the calculation, we're like 8,000 carrots off, which is going to be pretty difficult to put together in like 2 weeks. 30 energy, me. Alright, let's book in the last few races we need to win here. Go Fine Motion just because she has a longer shelf life than Top Road. That's true. That is part of what I was thinking about, is that Narita Top Road is kind of not really a card anymore after Trackblazer ends. So there's definitely a bit of like a future-proofing angle to it. And we have okay race bonus cards. Like, Fine Motion herself is a halfway decent race bonus card. She's not as good as a pure race bonus card, but she's fine. I think she's like plus 10. I don't remember exactly. Alright, we know we're done with summer break. You don't have to look at them. I think I was leaning slightly towards Fine Motion as well, so it's good to have confirmation of that. I'm just not super excited about spending a lot of carrots on the Narita Top Road banner. And that is true, we're getting 100 free on that banner specifically. Although at this point, I think I would rather have pulls on trainees, because our Mile team is such a shambles right now for team trials. Alright, there we go. 1, 1, 1, 1. These are all horrible. I'll just take the stamina training because it's low right now. That's true, I do need to get Narita Top Road to 3 in order for her to actually be a real card. Yeah, I like the idea of Fine Motion. I'm glad to have confirmation on that. It also means we get to pull earlier, which is fun. 2 dirt races with check marks left on them. They're 2 medium dirts, so Taiki can't do them. We'd either need to inherit Milesparks, or we need Alcondor Pasa to run one of them. But the other one intersects with the Takarazuka Kinen, so we're not going to be able to do it anyway. Lucky pace with a late start? It don't matter. 30k on Fine Mo, and in case of truly amazing luck on Top Road, we cough up 15k to Pity. I don't think I'm going to have the 15k to Pity is the thing. If we do really well in Aquarius, like surprisingly well in Aquarius, we might get close to that, but I don't think we're going to be at 45. I think we're going to be at like 40. Does not matter at all. Very scary Taiki Shuttle. We're getting carrots on anniversary. I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know we were getting bonus carrots on anniversary. We might be able to do both then. But that would be some big time account upgrades. That's also a really nice stamina training. Give me that. Competitive spirit? Nah, I don't think so. Slow metabolism? Yeah, I think so. G3. Can't wait for the Taiki Ace to carry the account for Aquarius. So the comp that we run for Aquarius has been decided for us because we have no flexibility. Our options are Taiki, L, Haru, and that's it. There's like literally nobody else on the account who even knows what dirt is. But I think that Pace L could actually be like a, if you'll excuse the pun, a dark horse for Aquarius. So what I'm thinking is, L has a good unique. This is getting, we're gonna do like formal Aquarius prep starting next Monday. So this will be in a video if you actually want me to run through my thinking about it in a way that's easier to find than digging through a stream. But Aquarius is a late race straightaway track, which means that L's unique is going to be good. It's not as good as it was in Capricorn, or whatever the last one was, because you're not getting any speed carryover, but it is still a decent acceleration skill that triggers fairly early into late race. The bigger thing that I'm looking at is unique skills that give you velocity on the final corner. Given that L is a pace chaser, I'm actually going to be, I think, looking for like a McQueen parent. Because I want Duty of Dignity calls, specifically, to be the unique skill that catapults us to the front of the pack before late race starts. And then I want to be able to hit my acceleration innate unique in order to do the work of accelerating in late race itself. Obviously, if we get head-on, that's even better. I don't know how many runs we'd have to do in order to get head-on, but that's currently where my thinking is at. Is that I think we want to try an L that runs velocity in the final corner, and then we probably want to run a Taiki Shuttle that runs, like, a lot of late acceleration and tries to stay a little further back before late race starts, because the longer that we can delay shooting for victory, the more benefit we'd actually get out of it. We don't want it to trigger as soon as physically possible, because it's actually going to waste a lot of its acceleration. This seems like a fine burst on power as well. So that's my current strategizing for it. And I think it'll work okay. I think it's probably good enough to get us into B finals. I would just love to do like better than third in B finals. Also, let's grab the rest of our G1s. We do Victoria Mile. We do JBC Ladies Classic because we did JBC Sprint already. We do Champions Cup. And I think that's it. It's an okay speed. Oh wait, there's a G1 today. Grab that. As far as building a front L to improve chances of hitting ult. I mean, if you have the front sparks for it, I don't think it's a bad idea. It's certainly... Jesus! Okay. Late start into blocked, I guess. It's certainly easier than trying to build front L for the sprint CM was. Oh god, oh my god, oh my god. It's all falling apart. I don't even know what Wallflower does, man. Corner adaptant. Yeah, I mean, I think most people are not going to have the tools to succeed on Aquarius, because dirt runners are pretty few and far between. Get this out of here. Get that going. It's negative competitive spirit. Wit 20, Stam 20? I'll take Stam 20. It's an okay speed training. And speed is definitely our lowest stat right now. Taiki Depression Arc? No, it's a one-off. That was a filler episode. Don't put that evil on my horse. Watch this. She's gonna show you. Yep. Okay, we're good. Okay. I would have felt real stupid. She'd come in 13th again. So this is going to be training, goal race, rest. I do think we still need speed. Our power is fine somehow. So let's go for that. She just needed the cheeseburger. Man, that's damn true. That's true for everybody. Okay. You know what would be sick is a pace chaser ant. I would love to hit like 1 or 2 bursts and see pace chaser come out of them. That'd be so nice. Give me a rest. Have another burger. We'll find a way to fix mood later. C's across the board. A's across the board. Let's go to rank 8. Okay. We're hanging in there, but I do not think this is a very strong Unity Cup team right now. We have not spent a lot of time spirit training, and we have not spent a lot of time bursting. Yeah, we're only at 2 spirit bursts. That's so sad. Let's try and, like, improve that. Give me this power training, because there's 4 people there. Speed training with 3 people there also seems pretty good. And it comes with a Shinko Windy hint, which is marginally relevant. We can rest this turn to fix mood, which would be very nice. I don't need the burst on stamina. Stamina is going to be okay. So this is fine for a rest turn. And then give me 1 good training. It's not really what I'm looking for. This is good for spirit training. I just don't want to do it. This is good for consuming a burst, but stamina is not going to need the help. This is good for energy preservation, and it puts Matikane to burst, which I guess is fine. That's probably the best training option we have available there. We would really like to see a few bursts on speed, though. Prepared to pass? I'll live. I'll make do. That's a good stamina training, though. You know, I actually think that's worth taking. Speed and power are already at 600. When in doubt, press wit. A surprisingly good heuristic, honestly. I actually don't think it's bad advice at all. Do I need to buy anything? When in doubt, click race. Okay, that I think is maybe like not great advice though. I would maybe like suggest against doing that. Gap closer? No. Anything 3 or above? No. This could all get cheaper. We'll just wait. We can just wait it out. You never know. We might get like fast learner on the last turn of the career. Not great. Not great. Not great. Not great. Not great. This is looking like a wreck turn to me. Let's go fix mood up quick. Oh my god. Can you not? Oh man. So I really want to take this burst on speed because I want to consume the burst before we get to the Zenith round. This is going to be catastrophic for our energy going into the finals though. So we're going to have to go train, non-goal race. We're going to be at like 5 energy. We're going to rest late December and we're going to hit plus 30 energy and it's going to be devastating. It is going to be, ooh, you know what? All is forgiven. I do like a good Pace Chaser Savvy hint. I'll spend on it. You've convinced me. You know what? I'll buy everything at 2. Acceleration is a bad skill. We will be skipping that. Meticulous measures, we're not going to be a sprinter. Gap closer, we're not going to be a sprinter. Prepared. Okay, you know what? We might actually not be buying anything. We bought all the skills that were 2 and up. This is going to be an expensive skill purchasing round at the end of this career. Make sure I have triple speed training. Not this time, but there's a lot of turns to go. You thought acceleration was important, not going to be a bad skill, because you literally can't control when it triggers. Like, anytime you decide to pass another runner, it's like, would you like to speed up? Well, you already sped up to try and pass another runner. There is, you know what, to be, like, less glib about it, I do wonder, and this would be a question for, like, either Uma.guide or the wiki. I would like to know if having an overtake target makes it more like let's, you know what, let's go learn. We're gonna go and learn. Instead of taking this race, it's learning time. Class is in session. Game Torah. I'll give you the browser window as well. Acceleration. Database skills. What actually makes you trigger? It is a change order skill. So this is what I was curious about. Because what acceleration says mechanically is you increase your acceleration when you're passing another runner mid-race. Generally, when you're passing another runner mid-race, it's because you've selected them as an overtake target. And I wasn't sure if having an overtake target was something that was more likely to push you into a pace-up mode, where mid-race acceleration actually is marginally relevant. But that's not the actual condition on acceleration, the skill. The actual condition on acceleration, the skill, is you already passed them, which is going to make it very bad. Because that does mean that it's like functional, well, not functionally random, but it means that it's not guaranteed to give you acceleration at a time when acceleration would be useful. Because if you're already past the runner, that means you probably already entered pace up, and so you don't really need the acceleration component anymore. It's there for points in team trials. It does not fundamentally increase your chances of winning a race to buy acceleration or not. As far as I know. I could be wrong, but I don't think it makes any kind of meaningful difference. So give me my plus 30, please. Plus 50, I'll take it. Maybe paired with it's on. Yeah, like maybe, but then you can't control it. It's the same reason that people are like, wow, did you know that field of view skills are actually useful? Because all-seeing eyes relies on field of view to debuff other runners. And it's like, well, that's true, but also you can't control whether those skills proc at the same time or not. So, okay, we will not be getting no stopping me this run. But that's okay, I think we still got Nimble Nav. We just have to buy Nimble Nav alone. And then how close are we to S? We're probably not going to hit S this career either. 2 spirit trainings. 4 spirit trainings, but nobody going to burst. This puts Akabono at burst. There's a small chance that we could get a spirit burst out of Akabono before the end of this run. So let's go for that. Mid-race acceleration on the whole is almost never useful unless you're carrying over into late race. I don't think acceleration carries over into late race. I think speed carries over into late race. Like, if you have an acceleration skill active at the transition to late race, you start accelerating immediately, yeah, but if you have an acceleration skill active for like 0.1 second into late race, I still don't think it like does anything meaningful for you. I'll just consume this burst on power to get a skill hint out of it. Show me head on. Meticulous measures? Whatever. Who asked you? If it's Guts Burst, I'd still take it. It's a skill hint. I think it's, when you're doing a parent run specifically, I think it's always correct to consume a burst no matter what stat it winds up on, unless you need to save it to get one of your big 3 to 600 or more. And then here, I'm not really compelled to gamble on a 1/3 fail training, so we'll just take that. Acceleration does stack in the acceleration zone. Yeah, I'd have to double check. There's still like, there's so many Uma mechanics that I don't actually know for sure. Turns out it's a very dense game. Alright, place your bets on Final Spark now. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be 2-star power, 1-star sprint. That's what I'm currently feeling. 2-star power, 1-star sprint, 2-star shooting for victory. We will get curvature. We'll get ramp up, nimble nav. We'll get prepared to pass. We probably get mile maven. And then we can get mile straight smile corners. And then we have 117 to get second rank of Pace Chaser Savvy, because I'd really like to have Pace Chaser Savvy as a White Spark. This all seems okay. 3-star power, you're so optimistic. I love that for you. Unfortunately, I've been alive for too long to have that same optimism. Yeah, this seems fine. We're passing up on Unyielding Spirit, which I think is okay. I think those are alright. Verdict is 1-star guts, 2-star turf, 2-star shooting for victory. Yeah, not good enough. Finals champion. So all of the 1-star guts winners are again going home wealthier. There's our 300 carats from event progress. Also, it's 5 PM, which means the legend race reset. We should stop and do our dailies before we do our last run. Let's take all of our extra trophy rewards. It's another 380 carats in my pocket. Get some of our dailies. No, not concert theater. That's okay. I was actually looking for club. 3-star power next run? Yeah, next run for sure. Absolutely for sure next run. Let's go knock dailies out of the way quick. And then we'll do one more Taiki run. I do still have a hard stop on stream at 6 tonight, so that is 50 minutes from now. I wish that I could give you an extra hour to make up for me being an hour late, but I cannot because we have company over and I need to go help clean the house. So sometimes streams are going to be 4 hours, sometimes they're going to be 3, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But we've got time for one more parent run, and we'll still be able to get all of our dailies finished up. And that'll be that. I should actually probably be paying attention to like what score looks like. I just don't want to look at this Matikane, man. Every time I look at the Matikane we made yesterday, I'm reminded of my own failures. Get her out of here. I don't want to see it. We gotta replace her with something better. Grateful we have a stream at all. That's true. Next time I need to enter my villain arc, that's the approach that I'll be taking. Streamer that's actively hostile towards his own audience. Like, you don't know how good you have it getting to watch me play a video game on a Saturday. Now donate. The Matikane run was such a bummer. And the worst part is, so some of you know that I spend considerable time in beginner help in the official Uma Discord. There are not so many. There are several people in that channel And also, this is like a thing that happens in internet culture in general, who are like, oh, I'm so tired, but I'm gonna keep grinding. Oh, I'm so tired, but I'm still playing. I'm so dedicated to Uma that I'm tired and I'm grinding anyway. It literally costs you runs. And so, well, the Fuku run yesterday was unfortunate. You know, that's not bad. Well, that Matikane run was unfortunate. It's also a good reminder of, like, how... Oh my god, she's actually... Maybe she's the GOAT. Maybe she's cracked. Maybe she's crazy. Maybe she's crazy with it. It's a good reminder that when you're playing tired, you make very preventable decisions. Like, double checking that Matikane doesn't actually have A in pace, that's preventable. That one turn where we took a recreation instead of a rest, that's preventable. Like, there were so many preventable mistakes that we made in that run that could have made it significantly better. And that's just the way life goes sometimes, because I had a super long Friday and I didn't have a chance to record that video until like 1 a.m. So it's an unfortunate run, but a good reminder that, like, you should be prepared to lock in when you're trying to do an ace run, because otherwise you can make some very annoying mistakes. Give me Hishi Amazon. Where's my good Taiki? The good Taiki. When you're tired, you just don't play Uma because your brain doesn't work well enough to click buttons. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that mine works well enough to click buttons. It just clicks the wrong buttons. Which, like, is more of a problem, I think. Give me Scarlet. Give me Creek. Give me an alarm clock. Don't need any banners or shoes. We're good. Yeah, like, it's never super serious, but, like, I don't know. I think I see a lot of people play Uma and get either FOMO, like fear of missing out, where they're like, oh, I have to, like, I must re-roll my account because I need the strongest start possible. When should I stop re-rolling? Or you see people who get, like, decision paralysis, who are like, I have to make sure every single run is absolutely perfect, otherwise, like, there's no point in playing. And I think both of those approaches are wrong and not healthy from, like, a mental standpoint. Because you're right, it is, like, a game, and you should have fun playing the game. But I think sometimes people try to have fun playing a game, and their own expectations get in the way of them having fun, if that makes sense. Where, like, they expect things to go a very specific way, and when they don't go that way, they experience negative emotions around that, and that's, like, also something that you can work to mitigate. How close am I to a runner I haven't unlocked, but have bought a lot of their stars from the shop? Nowhere close. Like, nowhere close at all. We can go and look at it. I do wish that you could sort by it, though. I would love to sort by number of collected stars for all of the trainees that I haven't unlocked yet, but I don't think you can. It's not star unlock, it's a trainee list. Yeah, I don't have a filter that lets me sort for it, unfortunately. So what legend races have we done? We've done, like, Hishi Amazons. We're at 82 of 150, which is not that bad. We're over halfway. But I don't know when we're going to see more of those anytime soon. There is a ton of stuff down here that we haven't unlocked yet, so. It's a meme feature until we get daily legend races. So, don't we get daily legend races at the first anniversary in, like, a month? Or is that misinformation on the internet? Because I heard that was when we got. Right, we're at pity on our bingo card, so this run will get us there. Did I forget any dailies? No, we got them. Alright. Let's go ahead and launch our last parent run. 2 weeks? Dude, I'm excited for daily legend races. That's gonna be sick. We borrow Kita-san. And then you were saying we should run Power Marvelous Sunday? I think if we were going to do that, we'd replace Tosin Jordan. Because she's okay. but she's not amazing. You want to run this. You'd be getting tail held high, ramp up straightaway adept out of that, which is good. We'd be getting fast and furious, which we don't need because we're not a late surger. Cloudy days we don't need. Hunch and race course we don't need. And then as far as effects go, we're looking at friendship bonus and race bonus. So, like, they're okay rainbows. Great initial stamina, great initial power, 10% race, 20% fan. But then it doesn't do anything else. It literally doesn't do anything else. So I will wait to hear you out before I spend 1/3 of my remaining skill points on this. Or support points on this. Because this is my problem with Sunday's power card in general. Wit Sunday is just better. I think so in like every case. Yes. But I'm waiting to hear Mumu out, because I disagree with basically everybody who says that Marvelous Sunday is a good card in any circumstance. It looks hideous to me. Like, the initial stamina, initial power is basically the biggest draw that you're getting, because it just makes your stats better in early career. So you have a better chance of being able to survive those, but I don't think it's that useful. I don't think it's that useful at all. Stamina bonus surely will save the card. Yeah. But for parents, training effectiveness plus 35 on both. You mean the initial stam, initial power? It does make early races much easier. That's true. Can we try 3 speed, 2 wit Sunday? No, because I'm not willing to give up King Hala's power card. I think Umastan is that important. I can give you 3 speed, 2 power, 1 wit, but I cannot give you 3 speed, 2 wit Sunday specifically. I think Umastan is far more important than basically anything else in that entire deck right now, in terms of things that I'm aiming to actively have. Because even if Taiki doesn't give us like a Pace Chaser Pink Spark, if it turns out she just has like random white sparks that are good for Pace Chasers, and then also Umastan, and it's like 2 power, 2 mile, we're using that everywhere. We're using that parent on like every single mile run under the sun. Because Umastan is great, and the blue and pink sparks are great. So that's my thinking on it. We can try it. I'm a little hesitant about spending this much currency on it if we know that we're going to do pulls on Fine Motion specifically, because I want to level that card up immediately. Like, as soon as we have it in inventory, I want it to be at level 50. And we are getting a little low on support points, and we are getting a little low-ish on money. But we're going to need to level this up anyway, because we're probably going to use it and make a new track / track blazer. So I think for now, I'm going to wait on leveling it. Use Tosin Jordan SSR. That I can meet you in the middle on for sure. Give me Kita-san. Would I rather use Tosin Jordan over Vodka or over Shinko Windy? Because I do think that the race bonus on parent runs is a good point, because you're usually running like 25 races on parent runs. And Shinko does have a decent amount of race bonus. This is like 15 by the time we get to max level. We're just not there yet. So I do like having Shinko Windy here. Whereas Vodka is 5% and it's never going to get better than that. So I think I do like making this swap. I think we go like this. No, not like that. We go... Oh, right, because I have to switch the stamina card out. Yeah, so Tosin Jordan needs to get switched back to... We need to go like this. And then we need to go like this. I've immediately forgotten. There it is. Do I need Kita-san for a parent run? Why not get Groundwork or Head-On? Because there's no guaranteed Head-On card, is the biggest problem. Your best option for doing that is Mayano's SSR speed card, which is a good speed card. I just think that Kita-san gives good generic hints, personally. Like, corner adept, you like to have. Focus, you like to have. Obviously, Professor of Curvature, you like to have. And you also can't ignore and Sunday Wit. What about this? For borrowing Kita-san, I just think that you can't ignore stats. You don't believe in taking stamina cards on parent runs? I agree with you. Like, I'm not super happy to be bringing Zeno, Rob Roy, or Tosin Jordan stamina card. They give okay hints, they're not amazing, so we can run this, but if we run this, we're just going to need to burst really aggressively on stamina. That's the fundamental gameplay change we're going to need to make. And then as far as keeping Kita-san here, I think she's fine for just being a generalist. Mayano's SSR would be good. I just really don't like that she's not guaranteed to give head-on. I think if you wanted to come up with a parent for trying to farm a head-on spark, your best option would honestly be doing Mayano as a parent. Because she gets head-on guaranteed from her hidden event, and her hidden event is not difficult to do. If we replace Sunday with power, would it be good? I don't want to spend the currency on leveling it up right now, because I think we have a lot of cards coming in the pipeline that are going to be better. I think this is going to be fine. We'll run with this for our last career. I'm not a huge believer in Sunday's power card. I get what you're saying. Like, I get where the argument is coming from. I just think that we can train better to build our stats early race. Or early career to take care of it. Wow, these are horrible. These are god-awful. Taiki has a head-on event as well. Taiki does have a head-on event, but the complication of Taiki's head-on event specifically is that you have to inherit medium sparks to do it. Because her head-on event involves her winning multiple medium races, and she does not have medium aptitude. So if you're trying to make a Taiki parent, it locks Taiki's grandparents into having medium pink sparks. There's no way to avoid it. Which means that the parent run itself ends up becoming very specific. And in this case, we're actually not looking for a medium Taiki parent, we're looking for like a sprinter mile Taiki parent. So if we got a 2-star power, 2-star sprint pink spark, and then both the grandparents were mediums, it wouldn't be a great parent itself. Whereas here we've got 3-stam 2-mile, and then we have 2-power. Well, you know what? Actually, that's not ideal now that I look at it. How long has that been a problem? We should probably have fixed that. How much energy do I have? I actually really don't like that, now that I've noticed it. We're at 22. You know what? Frick it. Streamer falls head first into his own logic trap. Listen, no one ever said that I was perfect. Least of all me. Let's go fix this parent chain. We going parent shopping? No, we've already got the guest parent as this Ogre, which is quite good. So if the Ogre guest parent is a mile runner, we should be another mile runner. And as much as I really don't like this L, it's probably the best option we have on our account right now. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. 1 power, 2 mile. Suzuka Stam is good. I don't have Suzuka Stam. I only started this account in January. So that event was over and done with by the time we started here. I really don't like Haru for a parent, because she just doesn't have good affinity. This is the best mile option we have right now. It's good white sparks. 3-star Unity Cup is a huge deal. Straightaway adept is good. Corner adept is good. Mile corners is good. 3-star Miles good, Victoria Perplancha's good, like everything about this L is good except for 1-star Blue Wit, which is very sad. And then we inherit an absolute mountain of stamina, which synergizes really well with not having any stamina in the deck itself. Like this works much better, I think. All right, let's do that instead. You know, honestly, it's good that we didn't get a usable parent in the first 2 runs, because as soon as I realized that had happened, I would have been extremely sad. Yeah, we run this. This is good enough. Also, instantly better trainings. Perfect parent incoming. We've done our prep work. We've done everything that we need to. I don't really like taking a guts that's only 2 friends, so let's just take a mood up instead. I also think we nailed every G3 that we can run. So I think we need to run somebody who's not Taiki to finish the rest of the trophy cabinet. Marvelous Sunday hints are very high value. Resonant Pace is pretty whatever. I might buy it at the end of the run if it's affordable. It's a decent generalist, like, CM hint. We'll take +1 mood here because our energy is basically full. We don't need that. 2 spirit trainings, 1 spirit training, 1 spirit training. This does have hints associated with it, though. Nimble Nav and Straightaway Accelerator are both fine. I'll also just take random wit and skill points, too. That's okay. Fine taking wit and skill points here again. Speed and stamina we will take care of with just our cards and inheritance. 2 spirit trainings, 1 spirit training, 2 spirit trainings, and good friendship. Yeah, we do want to work on stam. We want to heavily burst on stam this run, so we'll just keep that in mind. If we see a burst there, we would really like to do what we can to spend it. 10 energy, me? What does Practice Perfect do? It's -2% chance to fail a training, which is not that meaningful. So when you don't have a chance to fail a training, Practice Perfect doesn't do anything. And then when you do have a chance to fail a training, it's only -2%, which is not a huge deal. Like, it really doesn't contribute much at all. I think it is the weakest of the positive conditions by a pretty wide margin. All of our spirit training options are bad. We can just take wit. Get a decent amount of friendship growth out of that. Prepared to pass in? Nah, we'll let Fine Motion take care of that. I'll take power and skill points, please. Not good. Insane speed training. Show me focus. I would love to have early focus. Corner, you know what? That's also good. We will not be buying that immediately, though, because Corner Adept exists in our inheritances. The wit training's okay, but it's just a better speed training. The inverse of Practice Poor is less impactful than Practice Poor would be. I don't even respect Practice Poor that much, honestly. Like, if I get it, I ignore it most of the time. I don't think I've ever gone to the infirmary to fix Practice Poor specifically. I just wait for extra training events, or I wait for a summer break where I'm going to rest anyway, or any of the other ways that you can fix Practice Poor. That's some okay stamina. I'm giving up on 2 spirit trainings to do it. I don't think that's worth it. I think we need to do spirit trainings early. We want to level our facilities up just to make this a little easier. Again, we reject Practice Perfect. We could buy Corner Adept here if we wanted to try and secure early victories. Yeah. Let's do it, just to make sure we win the early G1s. Having a 2% chance to just lose any training at any time over 100 trainings. It is possible to happen, but 100 trainings is like 2 careers. So practice poor is basically saying if you have it, you will fail 2 trainings in your next 2 careers. I think it's a very, very low chance. I don't think it's usually worth the worrying about much at all. I'd much rather have speed. Yeah, it doesn't do stone nothing, but it's still not, like, that scary. This is a fine speed training, I think. 2 spirit trainings, 3 friendship growth. Yeah, that's fine. A few extra skill points out of Rico being there. And then this is going to lead us into a rest. It's an okay wit, but it's not going to do enough to recover energy. Yeah, this just needs to be a rest. Plus 70 is very nice. Do not care about 30 skill. Well, we are full energy right now. We are full energy right now. And speed, we don't need help getting speed to 600. We're running 3 speed cards. You know what? Let's do it. What are the early G1s? Early G1s are Hanjin JF, Okasho, and like NHK Mile Cup. Like for me, early game is anything that happens before summer break. That's basically my cutoff. Anything after summer break, you should usually just be able to win with good stats. This is also a very nice power training for friendship growth. There's not really better options for spirit training. Let's get a bunch of friendship progress on our speed cards. Power guts versus speed wit. Speed and wit both matter. I really don't want to take guts. Your concern would have been something like the derby. Yeah, we'll be fine. Like, she can't run mediums, which means we don't have to emphasize our stamina that much. It's a nice power training, but it's a better speed training. We can go for that. Shinko's event chain done. It's okay. It's marginally better. I don't like that we're passing up on a lot of friendship progress to not take that speed. But it is conserving energy, and I don't think any of these trainings are really like above average. This is an average training. As nice as it is to put fine motion to burst, we still have 7 turns to do that this run. So I think we can just go for wit. We can postpone energy spending, and we can wait for a better turn to show up. Good. Good. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. None of these are really great. We could just put Haru to burst and save energy again. When in doubt, just wit. Good mood. Let's try and go for no stopping me again. We can gamble on this, probably. We're gonna get most of it. Slow metabolism we can probably deal with. It would be nice to take that training, but we can punt on it for a little bit. This puts Shinko Windy to burst, which I kind of like. Dang it, we'll survive it. We will survive this low metabolism. Don't even worry about it. 1 spirit training on King Halo, 2 friendship growth. Tosin Jordan to burst. I like Tosin Jordan to burst right now. We can just avoid, like, our speed is fine right now. Our speed's at what, like 300? 337? We'll just train stamina and power until we get the opportunity to make it go away. Or we'll give up on getting like 15 speed out of the wit trainings that we're taking. But I think we can just mostly ignore it. For a while, at least. We'll see. Okay, wit. Pretty bad guts. Good stamina. I am A-okay with the stamina training. It should put fine motion to gold, which is going to put another one of our wit cards online. And then if I see any extra training, we're taking the extra training option. Burst on stamina is where I want bursts to go. but this is a parent run, so we do a G1. Good. We can gamble on energy here. So this is like potentially infirmary time. You know? We could infirmary here if we wanted to, but we also know that we want to burst on stamina. And it's also a Haru burst, which is fairly high value, because she's probably going to be our dirt runner. So I'm fine just taking this. We're going to get energy back at the start of Classic Year. Basically, the longer we can prolong not taking speed trainings when we don't need them, the less important it is that we actually have slow metabolism. So that's hard to D on dirt. We have ease everywhere, and we have us on sprint. This is a good Unity Cup team. 26-1 means we should be able to take top option here. This is the strongest Unity Cup team we've had all day, which is not saying a lot. But it's also like an above average Unity Cup team. So we'll take our win. That's good. And then let's see if we can find an opportunity to get rid of slow metabolism here sometime soon. We'll take 20 energy out of this. We'll get our race done. Honestly, like, so I haven't gone and looked through the old videos, but I think that people really sleep on using number of Unity trainings and number of bursts as a heuristic for knowing whether they should take top or middle option. Ever since I actually started looking at those numbers, and I was like, okay, if we've done more than 18 or so spirit trainings and 1 burst, we can just go ahead and take top option. I think I've lost like 1 Unity Cup round. And that's it. That's an insane speed training, but we don't want to spend bursts there, and we have slow metabolism anyway, so we're not going to. I do feel punished, though. And honestly, with the rest of these trainings not being amazing, like this guts training is probably the next best training we have, and it's devastating for our energy. This seems like a good infirmary turn. We're sad to miss that speed training, but it's okay. Do I plan to do CM10? Yeah, we'll do CM10. We'll be in there. I don't have super high hopes for it because we do not have a lot of trainees on this account, but we're still going to do it and take a look at it. So we can burst here and get 2 spirit trainings that put Shiko Windy to gold. We can take this burst to put Fine Motion to gold, but it's much worse in terms of maintaining our spirit training momentum. I'm okay with taking power here, because it does build stamina somewhat, and our power is also suspiciously low right now. So let's do that. We could also just burst on power again. Although I like this for friendship progress, and it also makes our next training a lot safer. We see a lot of people dooming about it. It's because most people don't have good dirt runners. It's a dirt mile CM, and a lot of people don't really have access to good resources for doing that kind of CM. This account included. But I'm not like other people who play Uma. I have fun playing the game, so we're not going to take a doomer perspective on it. We're going to take a constructive approach to it, if that's something that you're interested in. We'll take the wit training just to avoid making decisions for a little longer, and then this is a nice opportunity to fix our mood. We could burst on power again. Do I want to burst on power again? I do agree with you, by the way, Mumu. I think what kills us right now is power and not speed. Speed close to 400 is really good. Yeah, I think we can take power here. L and Haru are pretty good. L is good. Haru is okay. Haru is fine. New Year's Haru is better, but New Year's Haru is not free. New Year's Haru is something that you would have gotten from Pulse. Haru's issue is 20% growth on Guts, which is a stat that you really don't want. And then a recovery unique, which is really not something you want on Miles. And then also she's Mile B. So you actually have to inherit Mile Sparks just to make her good. We'll buy everything that's halfway decent here. We'll also get Pace Chasers because it's max hint. I think that's fine. We can just pick those up for now. They could technically get cheaper. But I'm not going to plan around getting fast learners specifically. A built Haru will win. That's true. But there's definitely better choices. And I think that's why people are dooming about it. Is because the only good free option is really just L. And that's it. This has to be a rest. Plus 70 is huge. Plus 10 weight is good. We should also try and run the Yasukinen. We can stick in the rest of our G1s here as well. We'll run the Sprint in Classic. And then we'll run the Mile in Senior. We'll also look at the Takamatsu no Maya. We can do the February Stakes now that we're not worried about goal races. We can do the Victoria Mile, and then we can do the Champions Cup again. Something like that looks pretty good. Force yourself to just accept good enough on the CM. I mean, honestly, I stand by... It's a shame that we couldn't be like top 3 in that so we could re-roll it. I stand by what I said in the first CM video that we did, which is that if you get to the finals, you had a good plan. Like, getting to the finals in a CM is a success. And I think if you set yourself up with the expectation of like, oh, if I don't win a CM, that means that I'm not good, is not a healthy mindset to be in for doing CMs. 100% blocked. Yeah, either blocked or late start. But now that we have focus, we can avoid that problem. So let's go get that in. Like, if you get to the finals... Oh, that's so good, though. We can run the Yasukinen Senior here. That's a really good train. I just think that, like, expectation management is important for CMs. From a... like, an emotional standpoint. There we go. Okay. Back to winning. Cloudy days in? Probably not. Can't really imagine doing that. Show me the team. The team is D's across the board. We're at 34 Unity Trainings, 3 Spirit Bursts. This is a very strong team. I think Tazuna is wrong. Is there a reason I'm scheduling the same races twice? In case I forget about them. So, if you're doing a parent run, running the same race twice does not give you more affinity. It does not give you a greater chance of inheriting the white spark for that race. But what it does do is get you skill points, which is good, because buying extra skills is nice. And then also, if I have to skip the Yasukina in early June, I don't have to then go and plug it in senior year when I skip it. I can just go ahead and run it here. It's more of like a mental heuristic for me to remember that it's there. That's an interesting power training. It's also an interesting guts training. But I think we're doing okay. Well, are you ever really doing okay on spirit training progress? No, it can always be better. You know what? That's fine. That's okay. And then if this training is bad, we can rest and we can fix our mood. It's not looking... Well, it's an okay power training. I think I'd still rather rest, though. Spent the past week trying to build a Hishi Amazon for CM and still only have an okay one. It was the most fun you had with the game in a while. I think CM prep is fun. Maybe that makes me, like, different or whatever, but I think that it's interesting to try and build a runner to succeed under a set of very specific constraints. Also, all of these trainings are horrible. I'm just going to take wit. Like, I think CM prep is really, really interesting. I think CMs themselves are like, whatever. Oh, it's such a good wit training, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's so good, though. Nah, you send that. You go for that. Having a goal and seeing it work out is super entertaining. Brother, you are preaching to the choir. I don't know, maybe my neurons are wired differently, but having a plan and then watching that plan play out, and then either being like, whoa, that plan worked, that was cool, or seeing that plan not work out and being like, huh, okay, why didn't this plan work? Like, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Now, do I spend a lot of time playing, like, RimWorld and Factorio and, like, Against the Storm and other games that heavily reward you for having plans? Yeah. But also, I think there's a lot of people who play Uma who are like, oh, it's a gacha game. I'm just going to press the button. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who are just going to press the button and be like, well, I got a bad result. I guess it's RNG. Who are really missing, like, the deeper levels of how Uma rewards you for having a plan and executing on that plan successfully, and then getting results for having a good plan. Like, it's in there. It's an interesting power training. It's a really interesting power training. I don't think we need this speed, right? Like, it's a parent run. We're at 443 speed already. We don't need to take this. It's not an ace run. It's a parent run. This, on the other hand, is a ton of spirit training progress that is going to make our Unity team very scary. And power's also our lowest stat right now. So I think we're fine taking that. Uma stand me? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all coming together. We will never come in 6th ever again. Give me that. And then this is probably a rest so that we can survive the last 4 turns. Let's look at what your options are, right? Where's the consistency state on careers? Yeah, it really is. It took me a while to come around to it, of, like, actually realizing that. This is a rest. It took me a while to come around to it, but, like, if you get annoyed by just randomly losing races sometimes, it's a power issue like 80% of the time. Because you just don't have the late race acceleration to make up the distance. But I think a lot of that also comes from people looking at speed and going like, hey, speed is the stat that makes you go faster. And then they find out that the only time speed mechanically matters in a race is when you have finished accelerating, in late race specifically, which is like, for shorter tracks, like less than 10% of the whole race, and they're like, what the hell? why does my 1200 speedrunner not win races? And it's like, well, your power's bad, and you have no acceleration skills, and your wit is bad, so your mid-race velocity is horrible, and then you never finish accelerating, and everybody else winds up ahead of you. But it's definitely not intuitive, so I can understand how it's like a mistake that people make. Or not a mistake. I can understand how it's like, it's a knowledge gap that people can have. Is because it's very unintuitive that speed only matters at the very end of the race. It was CM prep that made you value power? 100%. Prepared to pass? It's okay. It's fine. Water off a duck's back. It's an okay speed training. Our other option here would be recreating, but I'm fine seeing if the raffle will fix it, and even if it doesn't, We have a free mood up in April from FanFest, so I think I can carry this good mood with me for a little while. We'll just take a decent speed training to push our energy down a bit, and then we'll get a bunch of it back in senior year. People enter an Uma with 5 skills and wonder why they die mid-race. I mean, for me, it was the Mile CM. I forget what it was called. But the Mile CM, I thought that I had a good plan. I had like a late surger vodka that had like 4 acceleration skills, and I was like, man, this thing is going to do so good. And then she lost every single round because I had 0 mid-race velocity and like 500 wit. So like, she would hit some of her acceleration skills late race, and that was good. But she was in like 9th consistently every single race because she had no mid-race velocity. Cancer Cup? I don't remember if it was Cancer Cup. Let me go check. It was the... Where's the damn presets? Not Libra. Libra I did fine on. Virgo. Virgo Cup was the start of my villain arc. That was the first CM where I had a plan, and then I watched the plan not work out, and I was like, okay, I need to make a change to how I'm doing prep. We'll take this for spirit training, by the way. We have energy coming up late January. Updrafter's kind of an interesting hint. Oh, that's big. Okay. Very good outcome. Virgo Cup was not good. I still don't think I'm a very good mile trainer. So I anticipate Aquarius is going to be uphill for me as well. We're mostly at our pivot point here, by the way. Speed is to 4, everything else is to 3. I don't think we have to chase spirit trainings as hard as we have been. Like, this actually might be a good wit because it puts Marvelous Sunday to burst. But I think we're past the point in the run where we take guts trainings that look like this. I don't think this is a good enough power training stats-wise. This is an interesting stamina training, but I think our stamina is going to be okay because we're inheriting like another 100 in early April, and then I don't think this is a speed training worth chasing because we've gotten most of the good hints out of Kita-san already, so I think this is just a wit. Go ahead and take that. Should be fine on fan thresholds. I still like the idea of bursting on power, although that's a nice speed training. 3 spirit trainings on it as well. I think we can find another place to use that burst. This is just a good speed training. Etsuko's also here for a few extra speed on top of it. Passing up a double burst on speed, that's overkill. This is a nice power training that I would be interested in taking, but I'd rather run the G1. Yeah, I did not have a good time in Virgo, but the difference maker is that I didn't have a good time in Virgo. And then I went, man, I didn't have a good time in Virgo. I need to rethink how I'm doing CM prep. And then I did, and then I won Libra, I won Scorpio, I won Sagittarius, and I came second in Capricorn. All in A. So, while it was annoying to lose it, it was good for like my personal development arc because it forced me to rethink the way that I had been doing CM prep, and the results since then have been very, very productive. And that's in addition to winning Sagittarius on this account in B rank, in open rank as well, which was fun. I fundamentally did not, well, winning the CM was fun, but I fundamentally did not enjoy the process of building a B rank runner. Trying to min-max off of the spreadsheet and then taking recreations for like 12 turns in a row at the end of your career because you're trying to miss your stat benchmarks, like, I did not enjoy that much. And that was when we had only done 200 pulls on the account. It was before we had done our second batch of free pulls. We're at 400 pulls now. Holy white sparks. Give me all of those. Well, front runner corners we don't need. But like mile corners is in there. Flustered something or other was in there. Show me this. What just happened? Front runner corners? Get out of here. I don't care about you. Mile corners, one hint? Whatever. I don't care about you. As an in front, it'll still get cheaper. Updrafters, it might get cheaper. Prepared to pass, it might get cheaper. We can skip all that, actually. There's actually no usable white sparks in there that we got. I don't want to burst on wit, is the thing. But also, all of, you know what? Actually, we're okay. We need to work on power a little bit, but we're okay on our stat targets right now. Looking for a defined motion banner? Yes. So we discussed pull plans earlier. This is the power training. You think we just wait till the end of the run to buy skills? Yeah, we probably should. I think we're good enough on skills and stats to win the rest of these races. Is the only reason I'm buying a little early. I'm trying to pick up the high impact stuff that will really allow us to like win races instead of losing them due to luck. Which arguably is like just Umastan and focus. And I could have stopped there. I think this is okay for... No, we have a race today. What am I thinking? We have a G1. Galaxy, we discussed pull plans a little earlier in the stream. I think we're going to go for the Fine Motion banner, and we're going to try the Narita Top Road banner. But I like the idea of having a max limit break Fine Motion on the account. So I think we're set, and we're going to pull for that banner when it comes out, which will be fun. I would much rather have the energy here than straightaway Adapt Tints. We have so much other stuff to buy. We don't really need that. And then I still get to take a Rainbow Power. It's an okay speed, but I don't need the speed right now. This puts Rudolph to burst. And it preserves energy. That's curious. Yeah, grab it. Top road is a trap. I'm coming around to believing that. Yeah. Some of the early stuff that I had been reading was that you want to have either Fuku's SSR speed card, which we missed, or Narita Top Road. But I think we have enough okay-ish race bonus cards in the deck that we can just get away with not having either. And then borrowing Fuku's SSR instead of Kitasan on most of our Track Blazer runs. And I think we'll probably be fine. It does mean we're usually going to be playing with like 50 race bonus instead of 60 or 70, but like Fine Motion herself is 10 race bonus, which is good. And so I think we can just get away with that. I also think given that summer break is coming up, we can just take this whip training, build a little bit of energy, get spirit training out of it, and do okay for ourselves. Just borrow? Yeah, I think we're just going to borrow Fuku's SSR, and that's just going to be the way it works. Fine Motion just holds her value for so much longer. 64 Unity trainings, only 6 bursts. This still... Actually, we took top every single time this run, didn't we? Yeah, we can take middle here. Sure. Grab it. Yeah, and she just dies after Mant. That's true. That's true. I was leaning towards the Fine Motion pull anyway, but the confirmation from chat and the confirmation from just listening to other people talk about it has definitely solidified it for me. We still get 100 free pulls on that banner. We'll be okay. Stamina's going to get to 600. This speed training is going to drag power to 600. We can burst on that. I was leaning that direction anyway, but just chatting it out with people in chat and also doing a little bit of reading about it for like longer term planning has definitely solidified that Fine Motion is the correct pull. And then we might still hit Narita Top Road to max limit break anyway off of the free pulls. Like if we get 2 copies out of the free pulls, I'll put another 100 pulls into it. Because the next thing we would want to pull is like Summer Maruzenski, I think, and that's not until June. Maybe later. It's also a really good speed training. So I think we're chilling. I think we have a really solid pull plan for the rest of the year, basically. I don't know what we're going to pull in the fall, because we won't need the Summer Marzinski Fine Motion Banner rerun. But we can find something to do in there. And even if we don't, we could go into the L banner in March with like 60,000 carats instead of 30,000. Just so that we can make doubly sure that we hit that. This is a rest, by the way. None of these are good. Mr. CB is next for you. I don't have it on my radar at all, but I should probably keep an eye out for it. Your dilemma is pulling now or on Summer Maru, but Fine Motion Now is the play. I think Fine Motion Now is the play. And the other thing that helps is that Summer Maru is good at LP0. So you don't even need that many copies. So if you really wanted to preserve carrots and you hit Summer Maru and like your first 50 pulls on that banner, you could stop. Like, you don't actually have to go all the way to... Ooh. You don't actually have to go all the way to pity on that banner, I think. So we don't need more speed. This is just good for spirit training, though. We could potentially get hints out of this as well, which is nice. And then we rest late October. And we rebuild energy. It's not worth it. We don't need to gamble. It's not worth the gamble. We're already at 600 speed. We're fine. I don't know how people say they don't like parent runs, man. Parent runs are so chill. You can look at a double rainbow speed training and be like, I don't even need it. This doesn't even matter to me. Whereas if you're doing an ace run, you're like, oh god, 15% failure rate on speed. Oh, cross your fingers. This is make or break for this run. Ooh, hope I hit it. Parent run, you're like, man, I don't even care. Just give me the training that has no support cards at it and 4 white bubbles. And then you hit your sparks at the end of the run and you're like, oh, 1 star guts, 1 star front, we go again. Let's go continue playing the game. Parent runs hurt. If you could pay me, Cygames, if you're listening, if you could set up like a bounty board for parent runs, where you were like, run this deck, get me 600 speed stand power, and I will credit your account with 75 carats, I would spend like 8 hours a day doing that. I would quit my job, I would get groceries delivered to my house instead of going outside to purchase them, and I would just farm parent runs. Because they're already fun. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need them. This could... So, like, we could recreate here, but we don't need the extra mood to build stats. I think I would rather just take a rest. I should look at my team, probably. What's going on in here? We have a handful of bees. I also, before Trackblazer comes out, I do want to try and do at least one run, and this will probably be a video. I want to do one run where I try and max one Team Trials runner stats, or one Unity Cup runner stats. So it's like every time we see them, if they have a bubble, we take their bubble. And then the goal would be by the time you get to the Zenith round, you click on them and every single stat is max and their S rank. I want to try it just to see if it can be done. We're not going to do it now, but it's something that I want to do before Unity Cup ends because I think it would be interesting. Hey, we get no stopping yet of this one too. Been trying to farm a mile or long grandparent with Umamusume. I've gotten medium 3 times. Yeah, but now you have a potential medium grandparent with Umamusume, is the thing. Right? Like, if we had kept running that old Taiki deck where one of our grandparents had sprint sparks and one of our grandparents had mile sparks and we got a good Taiki, that's fine. Just turn that Taiki into a grandparent. Start stapling her on to other runners and make her the grandparent for future runs, and then, like, you're still good. It's so flexible. Because every runner that you make can be a parent, or they can go on to be a grandparent. There's our "it's on" hint as well, by the way. Like chill parent runs, but just like preparing parents for a CM. So here's the strategy that I took for my parent run starting a few months ago on my friend's account, who I'm good friends with and talk to a lot. Instead of thinking about having parents for specific CMs, think about having parents for specific tracks. And what I mean by that is try and make a good parent for a track that has a late race straight. So that would be L. It would be Halloween Super Creek. It would be the straightaway spurt, if you're looking to have like an end closer. Or if it's a track, make a parent for a track where late race starts like halfway through the final corner. That would be a Taiki Shuttle parent. Give it something like Turf Sparks to keep it fairly generic. And then you have an okay parent for a lot of future CMs, rather than having a good CM parent for a single CM. You start to think of your parents as being something that's more like modular almost, where you can apply them to different qualities that a track has, rather than just being purpose-built for a specific CM. It's an approach that I started a few months ago. I'm not totally done with it yet, but I do have like 3 parents where I'm like, okay, mile course, late race is a straight. I have a parent for that. I'm just going to go use that parent because it's done already. Your highest Unity Cup roll was S rank before second summer. My goal seems impossible. The goal isn't to have everybody be at S rank. The goal is to pick one, is to nominate one runner in your Unity Cup team and say, every time you see that runner with a spirit training, you take that training. So you send them to the moon. You just make a single incredible runner rather than trying to get everybody to speed cap. Breath of fresh air would be nice for generic straightaway recovery. It's on is good. No stopping me is good. Oh, maybe I don't want breath of fresh air now that I look at it, because I want to get... Well, no, because this is more general, right? So, what if we hit... Well, no, because if we had a sprint spark, we wouldn't care that we had straightaway recovery. Maybe we don't actually buy that. Prepared to pass, we definitely want. Hesitant front, I guess we kind of want. Front, mile corners, mile straights, mile corners, I think we want. And then can I afford either of the golds? I can't afford Mile Maven, I can't afford changing gears. How much do I care about them, though? Not a lot. I don't really care about them a lot, I think is the answer. Because I'm also looking at just, like, doing this. Or doing like this. And then is there like a cheap mile skill that we could get? No, there's only expensive mile skills. Wait, I'm waiting. You can feel free to put feedback. I'm not sold on how I want to approach this one specifically. I think up to here, going double circles only gives +5 to inherit. I thought it was 15. No, I thought it was 10. I thought single circle was 10%, double circle is 20%, gold was 40%. Is it 10, 15, 40, and not 10, 20, 40? I'd really like to find a way. Well, 20's base. Oh, okay, 20's base doubles 25 and then gold is 40. Okay, so I definitely don't want to double circle any of these. So I think these are correct the way I've got them now. Tactical tweak, bad. Don't believe in buying golds unless it's Umastand or groundwork. Yeah, but neither of them have gold. Well, Umastand technically does. Because Agnes Digital has super stand now. But groundwork doesn't have a gold. I fully believe in buying golds for stuff like curvature, because Corner Adept is such a good generalist hint. I also believe in Ramp Up and Nimble Navigator being good generalists, but maybe you're right. Like, I don't need to do Mile Maven gold. I could just, well, also Productive Plan. I don't think Productive Plan is as good as Shifting Gears, because early race velocity doesn't matter that much. I like Shifting Gears more. And then I can just get like one normal mile skill. If I have any of those. I don't have any of those. Yeah, I think curvature and stuff is worth it for gold, but maybe not like Mile Maven. We could also skip Hesitant Front, I guess. Yeah, what if we do this? What if we skip Hesitant Front, we grab Changing Gears? That leaves us with 60 left over. I really don't like that. Do Ignited Spirit Speed, that gives us 80 left over. I don't like getting sprint corners when we're already super heavy on miles. There really is not a way to make these skill points work out. We needed to do like one more race. I guess we could just get even 60 though. I hear what you're saying about doubling, but hear me out. That lets us get 2 skills. Every other solution right now I'm seeing gives us 1 skill and like 80 skill points left over. I think this is a better solution for getting 2 skills and just like spending skill points more effectively. Prioritize most important and focus on them. In that case, I'd rather get mile corners then, because mile corners are usually mid-race. I don't mind that. In my mind, it's either that or it's this. I think those are the 2 options, and I really don't like 60% left over, so I think I go this, and I go this, and I just spend skills super efficiently. Because Pace Chaser Savvy is not an easy skill to get your hands on. Rather, 220% versus 125%. Yeah, but like, would I be more excited to get Shifting Gears as a White Spark or Pace Chaser Savvy as a White Spark? I'd be way more excited to get Pace Chaser Savvy as a White Spark. Because I think it's a more difficult skill to get your hands on. I think I'm fine with that. That's a really awkward skill choice. I don't think there was really like a great solution there, honestly. Had I known, I would have run another race, but alas. 1 power, 2 miles, triple Pace Chaser Savvy. Let's go, it paid off. I'm still probably not going to use that parent, though. 3-star power? God, I wish you were right. I so wish you were right. It's, you know, it's possible. Let's go compare. Let's go take a look. You can be Mightiest Miler, that's fine. I want to know how you stack up against our current Mile parents, because, like, I don't think you're a good Mile parent. You might be a better Mile parent than what we have, though, because our current Mile parents are kind of buns. So let's come in here, filter on Miles. These are our only 4 options right now. It's this L, which I think is the best one we have currently. 1 with 3 Mile, 2 Victoria. Corner Adept, Mile Corners, Triple Unity Cup. This is good. It's not great. It's good. This is 1 power, 2 mile, 1 shooting for victory. It's worse. It's meaningfully worse. But it is like 7-star mile. It's not good though. It's not good. I don't feel like I have to throw it out, but it's also not good. It is our second best Mile parent right now though. Unless we were specifically looking for turf, that is. Yeah, nah, it's okay. It's okay, but it's not great. I do think, though, to your credit, Mumu, that was probably the best configuration of the deck to use, for sure. Usable for other parents? It might be. Like my benchmark for a good parent is 2-star blue, 2-star pink. And if it's not 2-star blue, 2-star pink, I'm really like not super excited about it. You'd keep? I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna throw her into the wood chipper. I just don't think she's very good. But still, that's how parent runs go. It's okay. I think that is... Wait, what do I still have in Peak of Confection? Oh, you still have one more spin, because you finished the card. Yeah, duh. There you go. Alright, so that's Daily's done, Legend Race done. We've spent most of our TP, but I am 15 minutes over. So that is going to be where we wind down stream for today. It's been good. We're still waiting to hit like an actual good parent in these parent runs, but the discussion is always fun and the planning about what we're going to do on the account is always super fun. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. We will be back on Sunday with something to do with team trials. I'm not sure exactly. I think I might try and remake this Fuku so she's actually like pace A instead of pace B. Some of these long runners need work now that we actually have a decent gold skill option in Tosin Jordan. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll figure that one out at runtime. And then Monday we'll be starting on Aquarius prep. So we'll be going over track map. We'll be going over what the meta looks like. We'll be going over what kind of target skills we're shooting for. And we'll be starting to work on actual builds. So I will see you guys around for that. Make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to know when those videos are going to be coming out. And then for future videos, if you have mechanics questions, stuff that we've talked about like on stream, poll plans, why did you do X instead of Y, always happy to chat about that stuff in comments. And if it's an interesting enough question, sometimes it's something that I spend 5 to 10 minutes chatting about at the start of a video. So let me know your thoughts anytime we're talking about something in a video that's interesting to you, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. Have a nice Sunday, and we'll see you for Aquarius prep starting next